It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back in our cozy little studio, back in our comfortable Kmart clothes, it is Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the Loose Cannon, all three of us reconvening. We didn't wake up in the gym yesterday, and Coach Deebs didn't say, hey, guys, it's a one and done.
Get out.
It's a one and done. You guys don't sleep here. What if he would have showed up today, and you would have still been chucking half quarters and saying, Coach, I know I'm going to make one.
Dripping in sweat.
Give me another 48 hours.
Pools of sweat all over the floor,
I'll can one of these.
My goodness, what a day yesterday. Just big shout out to the Buckeye basketball program, Coach Diebler, Bruce Thornton, Junie Mobley. I mean, the list just goes on and on. A couple former players stopped by, and William Buford. And the three-time captain, you had his back. You really did have the big fella's back over there. And so
not on me.
It's not on you at all, but the hosting yesterday was tremendous, and just a big thank you to everybody over there that really took care of us. And Terrence Dials, a three-time captain, and the players and Coach Deebler. The hospitality was just through the roof, man. What a day yesterday.
Yeah. Hope you had a good birthday, big man.
Yeah, man.
Hope you did. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Coach Deeb did a kind of bookend, came back in. Because I had to find out what those M&Ms were.
Yeah, it's
the
great.
Makeup mornings.
It's
I had to find out what that was. I may have, I don't know, crossed the line a little bit, because he was like, so where'd you get that?
Yeah, he
where'd
looked at you real
stuff?
funny when you said that. Like, who's the rat in here?
Yeah.
Giving out my special stuff.
Who's the leaker?
Old Anthony Rothman.
Well, listen, he let us in.
He really
That's
did.
it. Once we got past the fingerprints, we're good to go. But it was a great time. And everybody here that helped us pull that off, Scotty Vegas and Jake, and, of course, Tyler at social media.
Great
It takes
job.
a lot to put that stage together and get all that stuff going. Lights, camera, action.
CB was there.
Oh, that's right.
CB was there. You know he's a big basketball guy. I don't really know exactly what CB was doing, but it was good to see.
I know what he's
CB
doing back there.
No, he was putting in work too. But yeah, I'm glad you shouted out our team too, because everybody just really was all over, and the production was good, and again, just the grace and the hospitality and everything we got from them was awesome. It's top notch stuff.
And then afterward, the dream, capturing the dream.
More of a nightmare.
The dream is still available.
Mm-hmm.
You may get another chance in the fall.
I'm ready.
So we've talked about this for a long time. Maddie on a show many months ago had a prediction, and he said that he could nail. At that time, I thought you said you could probably make more than a few or something. You said it was one.
Yeah, it was only one.
1.5 court shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, when we did this, we thought it was going to be in the main in Value City Arena.
Yeah.
We didn't know it'd be in the practice gym. I don't know whether that you lost a little bit there with the sight lines and all that. There were some other dribblers around. It wasn't. We were trying to take the pressure off. You started out with a couple mid-ranges and thought, if those aren't drawn iron, maybe I'm in trouble. But it was just about getting the sight lines going. And then there may have been a little. I mean, you had a couple that I thought were going to. You can take it from here, but I thought you had a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you explain going through that from the physical side, the mental side of this.
I really
prediction.
didn't feel too much physical or mental fatigue. It was just the accuracy for me was off. Like, it was off. Like, a few of mine were right on line. I would say maybe 3 or 4 of them out of the 10 were directly on line, but short. I think my best one was probably shot 6 or 7 where I caught back iron and it was on line. But other than that, it was a humbling experience, because you and I going into that gym were like, wait a minute, from kind of the baseline where we were originally, you're like, it doesn't look too far. But then you get out there to that big Ohio State logo in the middle of the court, and you're like, oh, yeah, we're out here. This is a pretty nice distance. And unfortunately, I didn't get it done. It was a humbling experience, but I'm going to get off the mat. And Coach Diebler said, we need to come back in the fall. And when we go back in the fall, I'm knocking one down.
Yeah, I think he said something like, start practicing now. Maddie, it's a lucky shot. It's lucky for the guys that can even make those. Right. They have, like, skill. There's skill, a part of it, clearly. be able to get that thing to go. And that's why when you watch Curry and you watch his warm-ups and you watch these guys just launch like it's a nothing, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. I did think at the end you had it. I would have. Then I asked you, should you have just decided to go glass more often?
Yeah.
Just try to just aim for the square, and maybe that would give you a bigger target. But you were more of an, aim small, miss small.
I was trying to go nothing but net. That's what I was trying to do, and that was my problem right there.
Better.
Yeah, no doubt.
You had net.
I did. Just the bottom of the net. The front side of the net. You
had nothing but net. It just didn't go through the cylinder.
Exactly.
But listen, you got out there, fun, and there's some courage in that as well.
I had a great time.
But maybe at the end, maybe a little projectile dysfunction. I would have liked you to bring a little more rain, maybe.
Okay.
But it was the running start, and then I liked that and everyone was before the line. You did not disqualify in anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like the old dunk contest where guys are jumping from the free throw line and they have like a couple toes over the line.
Right.
You didn't do it right. Now you got to be behind the line like MJ did. That dunk from MJ.
Gary was calling you out early on their practice runs. Just say, hey, you're fouling, sir.
And by the way, the embarrassment kind of went through the roof when Gary's sons both were probably 10, 12 in that range.
One has to be probably around 10.
Right around 10.
And the other one's teens.
Yeah, those guys were just knocking them off the rim, like in and out from half court. I'm okay, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
And then Gary made one himself.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And I think it was his first one.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Matty. This is our
We would have if you would have hit one in practice, I guess that counts.
It would have felt a little.
I almost didn't want you to do that.
Well, I had to get some reps in from half court, but no, I wouldn't have accepted that. If I didn't make one within the 10, I wouldn't have been able to accept that. That wouldn't have felt right to me.
All right. Okay. I would have counted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lucky shot, man. No one makes those.
It is. It's tough.
You see him in games all the time. Nobody makes those.
I want to do it every day now until I get it. Like, that's how I'm wired.
So I said you should have just gone over there and knocked on the door.
We did meet
I'm here for my practice session.
We did meet security Dan over there. Yeah. He came by, had some nice things to say, and he said he was a former player that played for Woody Hayes back in the day, and now he's running security over there. So shout out to Dan, man. He's a nice guy.
Dan the man came over to us, and yes, he listens, so we appreciate you, my man.
Yep.
We got Adam Schefter, bottom of the hour, 12:30. We got Bobby Carpenter at 1:30. We'll hit on the Jackets schedule release later with our man Bob McElligott at 2:30. So we got a lot to get to today. The All-Star game lived up to it at the end. Couldn't believe it. Then they go to the home run derby I mean, isn't it great irony that they couldn't really figure out the home run derby with a home run derby, yet they figure it out for the All-Star game?
Yeah, that is pretty ironic. I enjoyed the back end of that AR. Like, I understand why they want to do it. You don't want these pitchers, blowing their arm out, throwing all these extra innings in an All-Star game. So it makes total sense in that setting. Why Major League Baseball wanted to do it. Kyle Schwarber, the Indiana guy, former Hoosier, just hitting 3 of them there. So I think that's fun, man. You had a nice night of baseball, and it was a competitive game. And that's what you and I talked about before we got out of there yesterday. It's like, hey, the baseball All-Star game, it's very, very close to what you see throughout the regular season. Like, it was pretty spot on with the energy and the effort that's there that we don't see with the NFL and the NBA. So that's why I love it. And then the game delivered itself. And then the back end of that thing was cool. What did you think of the automated balls and strikes challenge system? Did you catch that when
caught the first one when Scooble did it, and they knew it was probably caught the bottom of the frame. It was quick. It was fine.
That's why I like
the fact that the players just give the pitcher, the catcher, or who does the challenge?
Pitcher, catcher, and the hitter.
The
3 of those guys are the ones that
all 3 can challenge.
Can't
and
come
you have
from
to do it
dugout.
instantly.
Right.
You can't look for advice. What did you see, or what do you think?
I like it because of the word that you used, AR. It's quick. Like, it doesn't take long. Sometimes we're watching a basketball game and the replays take 4 or 5 minutes of real time. Like, what are we doing? No, that thing's 10, 15 seconds. We're on to the next pitch. So I won't be surprised at all if that is what we see in baseball starting next year. Like, I think it needs to happen because I think it's a cool element, and it adds a little bit of a emotion to the game, the wait and see of whether it was a ball or a strike. I like it.
I can't fast forward my mind, Matty, to a 9th inning or 7th game of a World Series, 9th inning, 3-2 bases. I can't wrap my mind around that. Let's go to the video. But we do it in every other sport now, and I want to be clear. At the end of the day, I'm about getting it right.
That's it.
And if that is getting it right, then I'm all for it.
Right. Yeah.
But you do lose some romance of baseball. You love it.
I like
there
it
is some
because the umpires are still there. Like, remember there was conversation that we're getting rid of umpires. Or
there's no linesmen at Wimbledon this year.
None. Okay. The reason why I like it in baseball is because you have the physical humans as umpires still out there on the field, and this isn't going to happen a ton, I think, in the game. So I don't think it'll drag on too much when they make this an official rule. So no, I think baseball should go all in with it. There was conversation this morning that should we do the home run swing off thing in regular season games? I'm not a big fan of that. Like, let's not go down that road. Like eliminating the extra inning thing to save pitcher's arms and do what we saw last night in the back end of the All-Star game throughout 162. I'm not. No,
you know what that'd be like? That'd be like in football, seeing which quarterback can throw it farther.
Yeah, or have like target practice, like hit Mahomes or Burrow, do like from 20 yards out. There'd
be an inherent advantage to one team or the other if you decided, okay, they got a bopper and we have decent home run hitters. I don't.
Yeah. Pat McAfee says that he wants it to be a kickoff. He wants it to be a shootout with the kickers.
Again, you would err on the side of who has the better kicker. Like, it just doesn't feel like a team thing.
I just don't think we need that in baseball at the back end again, or in football.
As far as the only thing you're going to lose, and this has been as old as sports, is that you're going to lose that confrontation between player, manager, coach, and ump, ref, whatever. Like, that's it. Because then there's no arguing. You can't boo a robot. If you do, your
answers are right there on the screen. I guess there's other things you could argue about in the sport, but you're right. Like, it's going to take away that part of it. It's just a matter of how many challenges do these players get in a game. Like, if it's 3, is it 5? Like, I don't think it should be too many throughout a game. That way it adds pressure to the pitcher, catcher, battery, and the hitter to say, okay, if we're going to use this, then we better be right. We don't want to take this away from our team maybe late in the game.
I know you're not promoting this for the people, but for the people that do want to see your attempts.
Oh, yeah, go watch it.
They can watch it somewhere, right?
Listen, I'm all for everybody having a nice laugh throughout their day. I think we all need that. Go check out this video and you'll get a nice chuckle.
Man, it's not like you missed 10 layups. Like, give yourself a break, man.
I'm hard on myself, man. What can I say? I thought I was going to knock one in. I was thinking about it all night, too. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I felt like I let you
Were
down.
You out there like Will Howard in the parking lot, just going to some park?
Was that confirmed? Or was that just McAfee
shooting half-court shots in the dark? Flashlights? Oh, maybe that would have been better. Maybe we find some park and we pace it off, line up the cars, get some lights going, real old school.
I'm in on that. I'm down on that. What's tough for Will is that story was out there, and then people were dunking on him, saying you were putting in all that work, and then your combine performance wasn't great. But he bounced back. Bounce back at Pro Day.
Sometimes you just got to go old school. Rocky carrying the log around, all sorts, anything to get you in the right mind.
No doubt.
Bengals still working on their first rounder, or are they? And there's a rumor going on about him that could be wild. We'll let you know what that is next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
We've all got it, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Matty Ice here from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Do you need a vehicle with more room for the family vacation this summer? Then the Chevy Traverse is for you. This month at McDaniel GM Superstore, you can get up to $3,500 off MSRP on a 2025 Traverse for qualified buyers. McDaniel has been making a difference since 1916. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weems, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, Care is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm getting married today.
You may now kiss the bride.
I'm also a firefighter and first responder. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're also making sure I can get to my wedding ceremony to start the next chapter of my life.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms today, some which could be stronger with gusty winds and heavy downpours. Afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s, and that mugginess is on high alert. For tonight, chances of showers and storms taper off overnight with our lows down into the 70s. And for Thursday, very similar afternoon chances of showers and thunderstorms, some that could have heavy downpours and gusty winds, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Now you can watch Rothman and Ice.
Go to YouTube and search 97.1 The Fan.
Rothman is wearing the pancake makeup, so you might as well watch. Back to Rothman and Ice.
The Bengals saga continues. And the great stupidity of it all is that these rookie contracts in the NFL are very easy now. Or usually. There's not a lot of negotiation anymore. The CBA, way back when, made this easy. You slot them in. There's a rookie wage scale. Every player pretty much knows how much they're going to make as soon as they get drafted. Mm-hmm. It's a cool thing for everybody. The teams don't get locked into something crazy. And it means that negotiating rookie contracts shouldn't be this hard. Cincinnati is proving that it can be. And maybe they like them to be. They find every which way there is to make a guy feel less valued or less secure or less confident. All that. And I'm not here to tell you I'm in these negotiations. None of us are. I have no idea what their fear is. I've tried to unearth this thing for a month. What is the biggest fear? I've asked guys like Schefter. I've asked other people. And it keeps coming back to Cincinnati. It's just Cincinnati.
How they get down.
They're digging in.
Yep.
Because Shamar Stewart showed up to OTAs. He didn't participate. Didn't go through workouts this spring because he hasn't signed his contract. So why would he? He came to minicamp.
And then what happened?
And that was 48 hours of watching people practice and then saying, I'm out.
And he left.
He didn't do anything on the field, nor would I if I was him. But he did take time to sit and rip the front office, which is amazing to me.
And it's amazing. And I think he was empowered, by some veterans in that locker room. Because when you come out as a rookie and you make that type of statement saying, I'm 100% right. What do you say? They're more into winning arguments than they are winning games or something like that. I mean, he definitely jumped off the top rope and hit the front office with a body slam on the mat. And so this relationship is clearly fractured already, which is very disappointing, right? Because this is another first-round guy that you're hoping can put you over the top, especially for a defense that needs all the help that they can get.
Here's the stuff that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I think the people down there in Cincinnati should be asking the front office about this every day. What are you afraid of? Because if they haven't done this with their two previous first rounders, put in this new language at the end. Because everybody knows he's getting he's going to get a 4-year, $19 million. That's basically the slot. That's what it's supposed to be. And what the Bengals are trying to do, what I'm trying to understand, is they want to put something in there that would allow them to void those guarantees if he got suspended or for on-field conduct or off-field conduct. An arrest, anything. And I'm not saying those things aren't possible. They very much are.
Mm-hmm.
So what they don't want to tell you publicly is either they've been burned in the past and they're just setting a new precedent, and it has nothing to do with him. At least if I'm them, that's the PR I want to go with. This isn't about him, but 1 year, somebody's going to get caught in the net. Somebody. So just because we didn't do it the last two, so when are we going to start? If we're Cincinnati, so when do we start this? For the next guy?
Never.
How would Shamar Stewart feel about that?
Never is the
it's
answer.
Okay if it's not me, do it to the next guy.
Yeah, that's why I completely understand his frustration in this, is that because this isn't a thing either where we're looking around the league and this is a trend around the league. This seems like a complete outlier.
Other teams have done it.
With what?
They put some language in like this. They're not the only ones. Other teams,
it's a rare thing.
It's rare.
It's a rare thing. We don't really see this around the league. And so your question as far as their why, I think is the appropriate question to ask in this. And so now you have these reports coming out from other outlets where Bud Elliott of CBS Sports is saying that Stewart has been, quote, fully involved in workouts at Texas A&M. And Elliott's source said Stewart, quote, could try to come back and play again this season and go into the draft again next year. So that report from CBS Sports is out there. I believe there was a report out there from the Cincinnati Enquirer. Kelsey Conway, I think, maybe pushed back on some of that. So who knows exactly what's true in all this? The bottom line is we shouldn't even be here. We shouldn't even be here for a guy that needs all the work that he can get. This isn't like a Jack Sawyer leaving college that played a whole bunch of football and played at a high level and played in big-time games. Shamar Stewart hasn't done any of that. He hasn't done any of that. So there's the inexperience on his own right, and then there's also the getting to know your teammates, getting to know a new defense with a new defensive coordinator. They're missing out on all this important time. Clearly, this can get fixed in the blink of an eye, but for a franchise that really likes to dig in on unnecessary things, man, this has to be, if you're a fan, just really stuff that drives you nuts because you started off the offseason so well as far as perception with what they did and how they took care of the offensive pieces. Some people may say that's a no-brainer. There was some debate out there whether or not they should sign T. Higgins. They did so, and I gave them a lot of respect for that. But immediately we're talking about similar things when it comes to money and this franchise not taking care of players the way some people think they should be taking care of them.
I'm not sure. Are you saying that if he doesn't sign this contract and he doesn't play football this year, he could re-enter the draft in 26 and get drafted by a different team?
So his options are, if this holdout continues, right, and this goes beyond training camp, both Shamar Stewart and the Bengals have until the Tuesday after Week 10 to sign a contract, or Shamar wouldn't be eligible to play this season. If they don't get a deal done before next year's draft, Stewart could become eligible to enter his name into the 2026 draft, and any team but the Bengals would be eligible to select him.
So this is a power move that could just change everything. He could be the guy.
Yeah.
He could be the guy. Now, here's the other thing. He doesn't have to go back and play college football. I wouldn't even advise him to do that.
Just sit out.
Because the money he's going to make in the NFL should be better than he's going to make in college, even though he's going to make a lot. The difference between this year and all other years way back were that none of these guys were just saying, I got to have the money, I got to have the money. They got plenty of money. He made plenty of money at A&M. So that's the weird part, is that he doesn't have to play this year. He could say, I'm not playing for this franchise. I'm going to take a year off. The question then becomes, is he still a first rounder? Because if you're taking that amount of time off and you're not playing, you'd have to prove to people that a year later, and you're a year older, so there's risk involved here on both sides.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say, and I'm going to play both sides of the desk here. So I'm all on his side because I think it's stupid that you would draft a guy in the first round and then make this be the holdup. But on the other side of this, I would ask Shamar Stewart, what are you afraid of? If you're not going to get in any problems, sign the deal.
Let me ask you this. Is it all legal stuff or is it injury stuff too?
No. I think it's mostly suspension stuff, arrest stuff.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with...
I think if I'm Shemar Stewart, though, it's the perception of the deal. That's like, I don't want that even swirling around my name.
Probably not.
That's why I'm not signing the deal, because I haven't done anything to put myself in that type of conversation where people will question my character off the field.
Yeah. So there are two sides to it. He could say, hey, I'm not worried about it. You never have to worry about me. Give me that pen, give me my money, and let's get to work. And the Bengals on their side are saying, great. This is just protecting us against something that you know is never going to happen. We're just doing it in the off chance that there is something. And we still want to pay you. We still believe in you. But I'm with you. If I was on a certain side of the argument, I would definitely be on his. But they must feel pretty strongly about starting this precedent. And like I said, maybe it's not personally with him. It's just we have to start at some time. You're just the timing of it is off. If the timing is that you're not feeling that great, then it's time to get to Low T Center. And you've heard me talk about them for a while to get your numbers, to get the power in the numbers. And I want you to feel like you're excited to meet the day. It affects all people, different aspects of life. If they can't get focused, they don't have the energy they need. You just can't get off the couch. It happens. And now picture this, you get your life back with testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. So there's never been a better time to go get your T level tested there. You can visit Low T Center, take the test, get the fast results. The test is still free, by the way. The time is running out, though. I want you to get in now before you miss that chance, because this is a great motivator, and most major insurance will be accepted, so treatment costs can be very minimal. But it's time to just get it done. It's the summertime. Feel your best. If you start it, you tell a friend, you'll get a $250 credit. When you and your referral become patients, this is the time to do it. So go to fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com and get it done. We're back with Schefter in 2 minutes. And maybe, speaking of off the field, a Quinshawn Judkins update from Schefty. We'll get it next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
The countdown is on. Save the date because Diamonds Direct's Designer Summer Sale kicks off this Monday, July 21st with 20% off the entire store. Engagement rings, diamond studs, fashion jewelry, and more. Want early access? Book your appointment now because the best pieces go fast. Don't miss the jewelry event of the season next week only at Diamonds Direct and designer appearances July 25th through 27th. Top designers from New York and LA with their exclusive collections. Visit DiamondsDirect.com to book your appointment and start saving.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
All right, it's that time of the week. We get to tap the brain of the senior insider of ESPN. He's the one and only Adam Schefter. Good to have you, Schefty.
Anthony, how are we doing today?
Doing well, my man. I saw this headline before we get to some maybe more timely stuff. So I saw this headline. It reads, Bill Belichick fires back at Robert Kraft, says it was he who took the big risk by taking the Patriots job. Kraft recently said that he took the big risk in trading for Belichick in '99. And my response to that is that's what these two guys are battling about now. Where were you when that trade went down in, 2000?
It was 2000. I was working for NFL Network. That's. I remember it, and it was a big deal at the time. And there's been so much talking that's gone on since their divorce. I honestly just wish it would stop. That's an incredible owner. Bill Belichick, incredible. Click to that and move on.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I laughed. That's what these guys are battling about. They both have been incredibly successful, and now they want credit for that. I discovered you or I made you, if you look at it from Belichick's viewpoint. But I just was curious what you remember at that time when Belichick's going to take over the Jets, I believe, and then he's going to get introduced, I think, at a press conference because Pete Carroll got fired. And then the Patriots wanted him and asked for permission. And then I thought the Jets maybe demanded some compensation because they claimed that Parcells was still under contract, or Belichick was under contract with the Jets, and that's how that first-round pick exchange happened. Do you remember in your mind thinking the Patriots were taking a big risk?
Well, I think there were people that questioned Bill Belichick when he was leaving Cleveland. He hadn't proven to the national it turned out to be at that time. So there were people wondering, and Robert Kraft believed in him and wanted him and obviously hired him and went to bat for him. He saw something that I think a lot of people didn't. It wasn't that people didn't think that Bill was great. They just didn't know, and he didn't have great success in Cleveland, if you remember. It was mixed results at best. So that's the deal.
Yeah, mostly what I remember is that a lot of that had to do with, Modell and the financial struggles, and which eventually led the NFL to kind of force the sale of the Ravens to Bisciotti. But you're right. It was a very odd time, and I just kind of laughed about it. I was just trying to pick your brain on if you remember being on one side of that or the other, whether it was the Pats who took the risk or whether it was Belichick that took the risk going to the Pats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that I think there was risk for both sides, to be honest with you, and it worked out brilliantly.
All right, Schefter, let's talk about a little bit of the action happening over in the New York Jets facility. A former Buckeye gets a nice payday in Garrett Wilson, and then his teammate on the defensive side of the ball, and Sauce Gardner, gets himself a new contract as well. Can you walk us through those deals?
Listen, the Jets wanted to get both these deals done. I don't think it's any surprise that they got done. I think the only surprise would be that they came within 24 hours apart. And so, it gets done only a week before they go to camp. It worked out great. These are two great players. And Garrett Wilson became the 5th highest paid wide receiver in football. And I think if you're Garrett Wilson, you've had great success already. He played with 7 different quarterbacks. Like, he's finally with Justin Fields, and everybody thinks it's going to go well. But when you can get paid that much money, you got to take it, and he did. And Sauce Gardner became the highest paid cornerback in football, so he's got to take that. And so that's the deal there.
When you look at the Garrett Wilson deal, how do you think that's going to affect Washington and Terry McLaurin?
Well, Garrett Wilson's 5 or 6 years younger, I believe, 2 Ohio State receivers. So, the way that I have viewed Washington all along is we've seen DK Metcalf and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and now Garrett Wilson get paid this offseason, and they've all been over $30 million a year. And Terry McLaurin has produced as much, if not more, than all these receivers, other than Jamar Chase, really. Like, he's been incredible. And he was a good soldier when the team was bad. But the flip side would be, I think he's in his 30s. I think he is. And Mike Evans, who's been a great receiver also, he took $24 million from Tampa this offseason. So is it Mike Evans who's 24, or is it these other receivers over 30? Right? Like, where do you think he slots in there? And I'm sure Washington holds up Mike Evans as an example, and I'm sure Terry McLaurin holds up the other side as an example. And then it's up to them to figure out where it is and where it comes in beyond that.
So the Jordan Addison situation is getting a little more real for the Vikes in that there is now a DUI trial this week stemming from an alleged deal in California a year ago. Most of my Chief friends say, the Vikings are saying, well, what's going on with Rashee Rice? Now Addison's getting pushed to the forefront. Where are you on Jordan Addison possibly being suspended this year?
Well, if the process concludes, the league is going to take action fairly quickly. And I think there's a trial this week. Pleaded not guilty, I believe. And if he's found guilty, can go ahead and make its ruling. I would think he's going to be facing of a 3-game suspension. That'll probably wind up being the end result if he winds up being guilty.
Let's kind of stay in that realm, unfortunately, and I got to ask you about Quinshon Judkins for the Browns and where you believe his situation could be headed.
Bad one. Don't like it. Don't play around. Terrible, disgusting act. And, I mean, I don't. I mean, you don't need me to tell you how dumb that is. So, and now it's up for the legal process to play itself out. The NFL won't get involved, and we'll see where it goes. But first of all, again, nobody ever should be allowed to do anything like that. Ever. But if we're just going to talk about it from a football standpoint and shift over to the football meaning of it, okay, beyond the societal meaning of it, which everybody's smart enough to figure out, this comes at a time where he's unsigned. He hasn't signed his deal yet. And all these second-round draft picks are fighting to get their deals fully guaranteed. I will make a prediction right now. The Browns will not fully guarantee Quinshon Judkins' contract. Now, maybe they wouldn't have anyway, but this, I think, just clinched it. Like, there's no way they're guaranteeing that money now. No way. Right?
If they believe everything that she claims is true, they won't.
Yeah. Okay. So if they don't believe her, you can't fully guarantee his contract now. I don't think. It's not going to happen. Even if you believe your guy, he's involved in there's an incident. Okay. So for argument's sake, to your point, we're going to side with our guy. We believe him. We're going to give him fully guaranteed money. Oh, I'm sure the public is going to applaud the organization for standing by their man. I mean, what?
No one would. These are very, very difficult things to talk about because inherently you're going to lean one way or the other because of maybe your own of personal beliefs or people you've talked to. All I'm saying is most of these teams try to let some of this play out and see where it goes. Now, you're right. They probably have access to more information than I would, or maybe even you would have. But you're right. It probably wouldn't be fully guaranteed just from a PR standpoint. But on the other hand, so I look at it this way, because Maddie and I talk about this stuff all the time. So if you yes, you're right. If he did what he's accused of doing, who knows? They could cut him if they wanted to. If he's falsely or wrongfully accused, that's equally as bad if nothing happened. I don't know. You and I weren't there, but I'm just curious from a standpoint of how does this play out? How long does it play out? I agree with you. It's going to delay their commitment to him for sure.
Well, he's got to sign to get to camp. He's got to sign before it's resolved. That's my point. But we're not going to get clarity there. So they can't fully guarantee that contract now to get him in camp on time. Are you telling me that he's going to be absolved of this in the next week or two?
No. So what do you do? So what about if they sign him? What does that say? Even if they don't guarantee the whole thing.
I think you have to sign him, but now you got to protect yourself. Like, there's language in the contracts. Like, what if he's found guilty? What if the charges stick? And what if I don't know? What if he goes to jail? Like there's language in the contracts that protects the team. They're not going to guarantee the money. Like, we're at a time where the first two picks, Carson Schlesinger, Jaden Higgins, they got their contracts guaranteed. The rest of the second-round draft picks are all trying to do that. I'm sorry. It'll be a surprise, I believe, if the Browns fully guarantee his deal. Again, and that's just the start of it. That's just one little element. There's the image of it. There's his reputation. There's the idea that he could be disciplined. Like, it's a whole thing. Not to mention it's just a horrendous act.
I agree with you. That's why I'm thinking, how do they even give him a signing bonus right now without them knowing? How do they hand him $5 million without knowing?
Yeah, again, that's up for them to figure out, but it's not the situation that you want to have.
Not at all. All right. To be continued, my man. Thanks for jumping on as always. Be well.
Hey, guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
Incredibly complicated. Thanks, Schefty. He was on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We just jumped right into it. I mean, the former Buckeye was arrested. He faces the battery charge after this alleged domestic violence incident. He was arrested Saturday in Fort Lauderdale, according to the arrest records. A lot of very, very tough details in that, if they are true. And so we are in a situation now that, like you said, Maddie, is there a deadline? Would they delay this, to my point? How do they – you've seen those signings. They get the guy in there. There's social media. There's a pen in his hand. It's all smiles. Here we go. How could they do that?
Doesn't feel like that would be appropriate
unless they just signed him and didn't do any of the social media stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff that's way above my head. And like Schefter was saying there, the Browns and the league are going to have to work together with the legal system and all of that. So at the end of the day, as we all know, it's very unfortunate, especially for a guy that, and he still may have this, just the opportunity to go make an impact right away on the field. But for him right now, he's got an off-the-field situation that he and the team and the league have to figure out. And so it's definitely some murky waters that he put himself into right now.
We will wait and see, because that's all you really can do for something like this. Yep. All right, we come back and we attack the skill position, the big one, and we rank it next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs are on sale for $2.99 with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The sun is out and the savings are on at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Take up to $7,000 off MSRP on any new Kia EV in stock, or get up to $3,000 off MSRP plus 0% financing for 60 months. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Largest Kia dealer based on current ground stock at all 4 Coughlin Kia locations. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 per 1,000 finance. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 7/31/25.
Football in July, outstanding, and it's kicking off at the Pro Football Hall of Fame July 31st in Football Heaven in Canton, Ohio. And you can still grab tickets for the Hall of Fame game between the Lions and the Chargers. And then on August 2nd, 4 of the greatest of all time get immortalized in bronze at the Class of 25 enshrinement. And cap off the weekend Sunday with a concert for legends featuring Nickelback with special guest Mitchell Tenpenny. It's a gold jacket weekend. Visit ProFootballHof.com to learn more and get your tickets.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate you snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your significant other will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, it stops your snoring. That's the point. It's quick, it's comfortable, and it's an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea. And he's helped countless patients breathe easier, sleep better, and live healthier, more energized lives. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Schedule your appointment now with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that's sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Double your savings with Logan Services. Save up to $3,200 on a qualifying air conditioning and heating system. And ask about tax credits up to $3,200. Call for your free estimate now. Logan Services.
The Fan is the official station of summertime. Sipping on a lemonade, the smell of fresh cut grass in the air, and Common Man playing fart noises on the radio.
Was that a fart?
Ah, summer. The Fan, Ohio's summer destination.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Miss a minute of Rothman and Ice? Check out the podcast.
Type in Rothman and Ice wherever you get your podcasts. Download and subscribe.
Back to Rothman and Ice.
Yes, please do. The Rothman and Ice podcast, sponsored by our friends at Bet365. All right. I like these rankings because they're done by executives, coaches. Who else, man? Players as
and
well?
Some
or no?
scouts. So executives, scouts, and coaches are the makeup of this list. And we've been talking about a few of these over the last week or two from ESPN, where over 70 voters have been in on this thing. We took quarterbacks, running backs, pass rushers, like the list goes on. And it's been fun to see what the league thinks of some of the top dogs in the sport.
So this is on Pretty much talent alone.
So here is what it says at ESPN. Voters gave us their 10 best players at a position. Then we compiled the results and ranked candidates based on number of top 10 votes. And there were 70 people that voted on this thing, and the wide receiver list dropped today.
All right, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Honestly, I haven't.
You'll crush the first two. In what order, though? That's going to be interesting to see where you lean.
I'm leaning where I think they're leaning.
Yeah.
Is that how to do it? Okay. So this is in my list.
Yeah.
I'm predicting their list.
Yep.
Okay. You already gave me a hint.
That is that reverse psychology?
He already gave me a hint that there's no surprise at the top.
But he kind of implied that there was a surprise in the order. So I think it would be Chase above Jefferson. Based off of what Ice said. Did you read it the same way?
Yes. Well, no, I read it in that those were the two guys.
That's what I meant.
Because in the beginning, I was thinking, wow, well, maybe they got A.J. Brown up there. Or somebody weird, somebody that I haven't thought of. I'm going to say from their list. Now, remember, Shamar was the Triple Crown winner.
Yep.
Okay, Shamar was first in catches, first in receiving, first in touchdowns.
The fifth guy since the Super Bowl era to do that.
He has Burrow, and my guy had Darnold, who was good, but let's not get crazy about the whole thing.
Correct.
So I'm going to say that while Jefferson is equally as talented or maybe even a hair more at actually snatching the football out of the sky, I'm going to say that they went with the Triple Crown and said Shamar.
You guys are all over it. You guys are all over it. Shamar Chase, in the eyes of the execs, coaches, and scouts, is the best receiver going into 2025. And, the dude was just out of his mind, led the league in first down receptions, led the league in yak.
Every area.
As well. So, he had 787 yards after the catch last year.
All right, so JJ's 2.
Yep.
All right, so now you have not seen this list either?
No.
Good.
I'm just looking up the receiving leaders from last year.
I was on a little stat sheet as well, but I think this is a little more than that. All right.
Be interested to see where you guys go next with this.
I think the consensus number 3 prior to last season would have been CeeDee Lamb, but he only had 1,100 yards. So where do you want to put him?
The fact is production dipped may or may not get into this, but I'm probably going to err on the side of, because here's the other thing. I had mentioned A.J. Brown earlier.
Yeah.
And
he's a monster.
Where is he in you've got in front of you as far as leading categories?
So he was at in between 1,000 and 1,100 last year, but only in 13 games. So he would play a little bit higher. So we got CeeDee as an option. Honestly, the 3 options that we could probably come up with are probably CeeDee, A.J. Brown, and Amon-Ra.
You know who I think should be included in this, but isn't?
We both love Drake London.
No, not this high.
Not that high.
He's about to pop off.
But you would Panama Red. I would say, honestly, from game to game, from down to down, Puka Nacua is a damn football player. I'm not saying I don't think he's that high. I don't think they would do that. But he is not a guy who's going to beat you with speed or beat you with height, all that. He doesn't have that.
Yeah.
But every time that dude gets the football thrown his way, I feel like he catches it and does something with it.
Have we named anybody outside the top 10 yet?
We haven't really gone through a lot of it. We could probably have to trail this over to the top of the hour.
I want to stamp before we go to break who you guys believe is 3.
In their eyes.
In their eyes.
In
Not your eyes,
in their eyes, it's either, in my mind, it's A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb. Do you want to break that? Do you agree with me, or do you have another one?
I'm cool with that. I like A.J. Brown a lot, so I don't mind putting him above Amon-Ra. Honestly, I would say CeeDee. It may be a little bit of a last year take, but I'd carry that over right now. I'd say CeeDee Lamb 3.
I'm going to say scouts and execs and coaches. There's some bias in there, too. You have to know that. I wonder if they worry about A.J. Brown a little bit, like sometimes he goes MIA or sometime on that team they don't get it to him enough.
He's reading on the sidelines.
He's reading books on the sidelines. He's reading books on the outside just to keep up with them.
Knowledge is power. Didn't they tell us that?
All right, I'm going to go with A.J. You're going to go with CeeDee?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a bit of an upset, fellas.
Oh, my.
They have Tyreek Hill
That's
He
year's
is the forgotten guy in a way and he shouldn't be.
Here's a quote from an NFC executive.
Okay.
He still impacts how you prepare for them so much due to his speed. He dictates so much. His speed hasn't fallen off despite the down year. So Tyreek Hill coming in at 3 at age 31.
So it's an NFC.
I'm having a little bit of I can't believe I didn't think of that vibe right now.
I thought of it, but he didn't even eclipse 1,000 yards last year, and he played the whole season.
Yeah, he dipped too, Matty. He dips.
You guys are making great cases right now because I hear what you're saying.
He would never be outside the top 10 in anybody's world.
And not that 30's that old.
3?
But he did it at 30 last year. You usually don't get better as you age.
They still think he's that guy.
From a danger standpoint.
Number 3,
striking fear in a defense.
Yeah.
He's a field tilter with that speed.
He's a tough guy to plan
a
for.
Field tilter. That's it. Matt, we got to save that. We got to reuse that at some point.
There you go.
Field tilter. I like that.
Tilts the field, man.
We come back, top of the hour. We'll try to nail down 4 through 10. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We are your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah? The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.44%, APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
The countdown is on. Save the date because Diamonds Direct's designer summer sale kicks off this Monday, July 21st with 20% off the entire store. Engagement rings, diamond studs, fashion jewelry, and more. Want early access? Book your appointment now because the best pieces go fast. Don't miss the jewelry event of the season next week only at Diamonds Direct, and designer appearances July 25th through 27th. Top designers from New York and LA with their exclusive collections. Visit diamondsdirect.com to book your appointment and start saving.
Colin, Man, and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Timmy?
Yeah, we got a lot of fun things going on this month, like karaoke.
And crab legs.
No, not yet. Live bands. We've got food trucks in the outdoor valet area.
Crab legs.
Not yet. On select weekend days throughout the summer. Okay, now crab legs.
And all you can eat crab legs at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Join Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on us. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Oh, yeah, we love crab legs.
Time for crab legs?
Okay, crab legs.
Nationwide Picnic with the Pops presents Journey's music as you've never heard it before. The Columbus Symphony performs Winborn's The Music of Journey. Vocalist Justin Sargent, both a full rock band and orchestra, capture Journey's timeless music. Saturday, July 19th at the Columbus Commons. The Columbus Symphony performs Winborn's The Music of Journey. Get tickets now at picnicwiththepops.com or at the Kappa Ticket Center.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota of Columbus. Summer is the perfect time to gear up in a new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus. Right now, drive home the 2025 Toyota Tundra with 1.99 APR for 72 months, or take command of the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, also just 1.99 APR for 72 months. Get power, performance, and unbeatable savings, all at Germain Toyota, located at 5711 Scarborough Boulevard on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road. Shop online anytime at germaintoyota.net.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. We have the full NHL schedule release for the 2025-26 hockey season coming up here at 1 o'clock. We do know for the Columbus Blue Jackets that their home opener at Nationwide Arena will be on October 13th, reportedly against the New Jersey Devils. The Blue Jackets will begin their season on the road at the Nashville Predators on October 9th. Opening night of the NHL season is on October 7th. There will be action in Nashville tonight with the Columbus Crew. They're on the road to take on Nashville SC. They get started tonight at 8:30. The Crew will be back at Lower.com Field on Saturday, taking on DC United. The MLB will resume play on Friday night. The Cleveland Guardians host the Athletics, while the Cincinnati Reds are in New York visiting the Mets. This one's sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Always as tender as a well-done steak. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, back at it, second hour. Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, the loose cannon at the switches. Rhyme time on the updates. No rhyme or reason. We just love them. All right, we've got ins and outs this hour. Bobby Carpenter coming up at 1:30. We'll continue with our rankings list. I also wanted to ask you guys this. Are you an auto response text guy? When you get a text in and you get a question or somebody says something, your phone will populate 4 easy responses.
Yeah.
Like if I say, hey, Maddie, you want to go out and grab something to eat tonight? You don't even have to type back. It'll say, sounds great, cool, an emoji.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, are you that guy or do you write, you personally... How many times are you taking that? By the way, email does it too.
It does.
Like the AI will sense what you should be responding.
Yeah. Usually I type out my responses unless I fire off one on the old Apple Watch. And so sometimes I'll just scroll through and that'll be.
Oh, my gosh.
No,
That's a gong.
Apple Watch. That's a big gong. I'm going to fire one off on the Apple Watch.
I'll take it. I didn't know, though. I didn't know that was a flex. But no, AR, I usually get the thumbs active myself. Okay. And I'll hit you with a nice response.
Ice is going wrist up like Shador.
There it is, baby. I need
All right, so here's the one. We'll get you an X-Lax if you want that. Rolex X-Lax.
What about a Hublot? Did I say that right?
Hublot.
Hublot?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
We work on that.
She go wherever I go.
How many paychecks do I need to stack up to get one of those?
Plenty. All right. So here's the one that I get a lot from a buddy of mine that I never respond to.
Okay.
So if somebody calls you and you're on the phone or you can't answer, you can fire off the auto and it gives you those things. In a meeting.
I'm busy.
Can't on the phone right now.
Leave me alone.
No. Don't think that was never lose my number. You know, we should have an Aaron Rodgers in there. Lose my number.
You know that story, TLC? Have you heard Schefter tell that story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, coming out of there was the darkness retreat, right? Right around that time where Schefter was trying to get, the inside scoop as to what was going on. And, Aaron Rodgers hit him with a lose my number, Adam.
I think he said something first, like he answered something and then said, oh, by the way, lose my number.
It's your quarterback, TLC. It's your guy.
So
for 1 year.
Listen, the positive is, if there is one, that he's going to want it. This is the last run, and I don't think he's going to poison your locker room like everyone's predicting. I think his plan.
I think everybody likes him.
Well, they didn't like that he was delaying the decision.
Okay,
Cam
not
Hayward.
That drug out for a while. He ain't going to be able to get away with the stuff that he's been able to get away with.
Head case that he is. You got rid of him.
Mike Tomlin's not having it. And I honestly believe, like, no BS here, I think there's a nice amount of respect between Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. And that's going to go, I think that's a good building block to have.
100%. And the other thing is, at the very end of the day, Aaron Rodgers, this is the way he writes his final pages of his book. And win, lose, or draw, he's got to go out, forget about injury.
Yeah.
He can't prevent that. But I think he wants to go out like a pro. I do. I feel like that's why he's come back. You're right. He went to the right coach. He can't screw up that locker room.
There's veterans there, like Cam Hayward and TJ Watt.
Yeah.
TJ Watt's there, which I think he will be. Those guys aren't going to be signing up for any of that stuff. That's not flying in that locker room.
The other thing is, I think your vets that you talk about and the people in the locker room may feel at this time, and this is a prediction that they would have, is that he's going to raise their floor a little bit. I don't know where your ceiling is with him, but the floor comes up.
I would feel that way if I was one of those guys after what we've been rolling through at quarterback the last few years. Because when you're with the Jets and you have a head coach that's inexperienced the way that he did, and you got a bunch of young players like Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, these guys that looked up to you, I'm sure as a kid, it's easy to go in there and throw your weight around. Now you're in a locker room with more grown men, if you will, that are the leaders of the team. And I think that will calm down some of that stuff that usually comes along with Aaron Rodgers, and it'll be more about ball.
So I get this response from a buddy of mine all the time where he's answering it with a question, not a statement. I get this all the time. I get can I call you later? I never answer that one. Just go ahead and call me later. I'm calling you now.
Yeah.
You can't answer it. Either give me I'll call you back, which is the most normal one, right? I don't like can I call you? Of course you can call me later. Well, doesn't mean I'm going to answer.
I think he's respecting your time, right?
I think it's an auto.
If you do have
I think
time,
he's got it in there as an auto because I get it every time.
The same thing.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm okay on a one-off.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about that.
That wouldn't bother me.
I'm
not saying it does.
I'm just saying I'm not answering that.
I'm the type of guy to do that, though. I'm the type of guy to text somebody if I were to want to call them for an extended conversation. Well, if it's a close friend of mine, I'd probably just call them. But if it's somebody who I don't know their schedule at all, I will text them, hey, can I call you later? Just so that way, if it's an inconvenient time, they're not picking up the phone and going hey, is this quick? Just give me a time to call you.
This is a guy that won't call a coach, but he's all about finding out exactly when you're available to make a call.
I heard a lot of Coach Dieblers on the microphone yesterday. It would have been Jake if I were there.
I did say Jake in the beginning. Go back, listen to the tape.
There we go.
Well, you guys are kind of homies. He knows who you are. What do you say, TLC?
You know who I am. That's going to get deleted by me.
No.
Yes, it's going to get deleted.
Oh, here we go. You did walk up to Jake Diebler and say, my name's Anthony Rothman.
I think he was aware. I think he was aware of my name.
Flex on him,
that was
AR.
my point.
Yeah, flex on him, AR. You've earned that. You've earned that.
All right, that's getting deleted. Number 2, I feel like I didn't ask him, do you like your players to call you Coach Deebs, Coach Diebler, Jake?
No way it's Jake. I know he's
Snake.
He's a youngest coach in that world. I would
Coach
be.
D,
I would
what
be
are they calling him?
Shocked if he allows those guys to call him Jake.
We should have asked them. What do you call him?
Coach.
Exactly.
Coach Deebs.
Yeah,
I don't even know if Coach Deebs is. I don't know. Who knows?
They're not just saying Deebs.
Because that's neutral.
No, they're not saying
If you're saying Coach Deebs.
I like that.
That is kind of you're doing the coach route, which I don't like, but you're calling him Deebs, which is a nickname, so it's it's just neutral.
So you're saying if you were a player on a team, you're still not calling your coach?
Actually, you know what? Jake Diebler would be the one who I would consider calling coach.
I think he would because you said as long as they have authority over you,
yes.
you will.
As a
player,
he
on a
would.
player, he would.
In fact, you know what? Because my brother's a manager on the team, the coach who I would be the most likely to call coach would be Diebler because by association, it would depend on the setting. If I were in radio mode, it's Jake. If I am just there, well, yeah.
He said if we had Jake on the show, Coach Diebler, we had him on the show and he called it, or he had to call him.
I'm calling him Jake.
He's saying, "Hey, Jake, it's Cole from 97.1 The Fan. You'll be on hold here."
If I'm approaching him as Zach's brother, my brother's a manager on the team, I might
Allegedly.
call him coach. It's not confirmed
He
yet.
wasn't there at the big summer workout when his brother's station was going live there.
Well, he didn't know that.
Oh, man. See, I've always had a rule. I know your rule is somebody that has authority over you.
I've also said, and this isn't the first time I've said this on the show, but if I were the parent of a player, I might call the coach because it's
your kid's coach.
Through my kid. Do you see what I mean by that?
That's a little odd.
Here's the other thing.
I'm saying it's the media relationship.
It's okay because if you hear Ryan, we air Coach Day's press conference here every week. The media members, some of them say coach, some of them say, "Hey, Ryan," when they ask him a question.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, they do. It comes off all right. It's not the worst thing ever. I just thought he was like, I'm never doing it.
As long as
some guys oscillate back and forth depending on the vibe, the mood, the situation, all that. You know, if you're going to have a guy in the air, sometimes I think it's nice and professional to say, "Thanks for joining us, Coach. Good to have you."
We should ask Dees what he would have liked. Like, what do you like to hear? And I'm sure it's probably coach.
Hey, you have another shot in the fall. But I was working in St. Louis prior to here,
too, half court,
and managers don't have the title of coach. And so Ali Marmol, the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, everybody just called him Ali to his face. So it is weird. Like now we shift over to football, and now it's like, "Yes, coach, aye, cap." Like what?
Aye, captain. Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Captain Blackout reporting for booty. Let me ask you this. When I left you guys with Warren Sapp,
oh no,
and he called, or you called him,
did you say
a long time ago? Did you say Mr. Sapp?
Of course not.
What'd you say? Hi, Warren.
Warren. Yeah, okay. We just went
Warren G.
Yeah,
you gotta be
West Coast in the house.
You got to be a senior citizen for me to call you Mr. Just because.
I just think it would be. There's a kind of a funny thing if you said Mr. Sapp. Like I think that would have been.
But that is almost a little bit of like, I need to like earn, like, how come I have to earn your respect, but you don't have to earn mine? You know what? That is what I just said.
Who's to say that they don't respect you, though?
That's.
Who's to say that?
If you were calling a coach, or if you were calling Warren Sapp Mr. Sapp, you are trying to ingratiate yourself because you don't trust that they will give you the same respect that you're about to give them.
All. I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it that way.
I've never heard a Hall of Famer call him Mr. Anthony.
Because I'm calling a coach that I'm looking for some type of, I don't know. I don't view
it's either that or you're acting like a player, which you're not. Which I don't think many people do that.
I think it's just kind of a basic line of sports vernacular, a little respect. It doesn't have to mean everything. Like if you were in the grocery store and you happen to run into Jake Diebler and on a quick
that would be
how's
weird.
It going, Coach? Good luck this year, Coach.
Yeah.
Like I don't think, even though he's not your coach, I think it sounds appropriate to me. I think almost calling him by his first name seems almost too personal.
I agree.
I think coach actually gives you the buffer of that it's his profession and you're in the industry and you call him coach. It doesn't mean he has authority over you.
But I want to break down those walls.
Good luck, Jake. It almost feels like you guys are on a personal level, which you're not.
Why is it weird to call someone by their first name?
It's not weird.
It isn't. It's weird that you don't want to call him coach. That's my point.
Because I want to call him by his first name.
Well, how about Coach Jake? How's that land
from
for you?
State Farm?
How's that land for you over there?
I think we're back to neutral. I think that's okay.
Okay. So
that sounds like even too complicated.
Coach Jake.
Coach Jake and Coach Deebs, that's
like,
okay. Coach Diebler, absolutely not.
Oh, all right. Man. We may have to get your brother on the line.
Yeah, maybe your brother can try this out.
Your manager brother, wherever he is.
I guarantee you he calls him coach. Appropriately so.
When we asked him about him, I told you yesterday.
I'm going to have to get creative in this commercial break because I do not have all five put together.
What, ins and outs?
Yeah.
Well, we can buy you some time by actually finishing our ranking, which we meant to do.
Snitched on himself.
I'm looking forward to that, actually.
Yeah, you know what? One of my jobs today. I
nothing prepared.
I haven't done it yet. My segment's coming up in 4 minutes.
We actually helped you out there.
Yes, you did.
By
Thank you very
burning
much.
that segment for you. And
I had a little bit to do with that. Come on.
That's true. You did. All right. 4 through 10. Haven't looked at the list. We've got one strike against us. Do you think we can get through the 10 without striking out?
In exact
We're
order?
down in the count. It's 0-1. We got 2. We missed on the 3rd. We have to somehow, maybe not in exact order. Let's try to just get 4 through 10.
Okay.
So when we say it, Maddie will tell us, are they in the 10?
Got you.
And that's the in or out. Are they in the 10 or outside of the 10? You know what? Segment solved.
You just made up for it right there.
Rothman Ice on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
1-800-GOT-JUNK does two things differently.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
So the donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
Your neighbors are happy, and the planet is healthy.
What's number 2?
We have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
And that's good for your neighbors and for the planet.
And for you, because we can come the day you call us.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees Wilson to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
The savings are on at Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Escape or Bronco Sport. Just $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 F-150 or Lightning Flash. Only $499 a month with 0 down. At all 4 Coughlin Ford locations, including our newest in Marysville. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
48-month lease. All factory rebates to dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. 7,500 miles per year. 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $250 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms today, some which could be stronger with gusty winds and heavy downpours. Afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s, and that mugginess is on high alert. For tonight, chances of showers and storms taper off overnight with our lows down into the 70s. And for Thursday, very similar afternoon chances of showers and thunderstorms, some that could have heavy downpours and gusty winds, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
All right, really bailed him out, Maddie, which is good. All right, so let's figure this out. Just to bring you up to date. ESPN coaches, executives, and scouts ranked the top receivers in the NFL. We nailed the top two fairly easy, but we got them in order. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. We swung and missed on 3. Maddie tells us 3 was Tyreek Hill.
The cheetah down there in the 305.
Yeah. And everybody knows how dangerous he is because he's a death blow. If he gets the ball in space, that's the tough. So we now at least we have an idea of where they're going with this. It seems like it's just danger, talent, tough to plan for, that kind of guy. Not just production. Is this a big enough production for you? All right, let's go with number 4. I think you wanted to go Amon-Ra, and I brought in Puka.
Wait, so we because for number 3,
I'm sorry.
We wanted AJ and CD.
Oh, my bad. So we have to bring one of those two guys back in.
I mean,
right?
But based on the Tyreek Hill's throwing me off a little bit. Like, doesn't that have to? Would we invoke Devontae Adams at all? Based off of what we just said and the lead in about how it's like it's about what kind of a threat you are, not necessarily your numbers.
Still, though?
I would say no, but now I'm all confused.
No, I would not go with Devontae now.
Okay.
I think they still feel Tyreek is that guy.
Okay.
I cannot go with Devontae here. Not at 4.
Devontae Adams is not in the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See, I'm glad.
I'm comfortable with that.
He nixed, yeah. Because you may have brought him in later. So,
yeah.
Glad we didn't do that. I think we stick with A.J. Brown, CD, and just live with the consequences. Because now it's not about getting them in order. We just have to get them all.
Ooh, okay.
So we know for a fact that A.J. Brown and CD Lamb are in the top 10.
Yeah.
We know that. So let's just go with one and be done with it.
What I would say also, and if we want to get a little bit greedy here, we got 3 of the top 5 figured out. So we got AJ, CD, and Amon-Ra. 2 of those 3 are 4 and 5. Guaranteed. Which 2? Who gets left off the island?
I would say
Amon-Ra.
All right, I'm starting the shot clock.
Yeah, I'm going with AJ at 4.
Amon-Ra is out.
He's going. Well, I wouldn't put him out of the top 10 yet.
Top 5.
Okay.
I'm saying we're going CD
3
and AJ
with
Brown.
AJ Brown. Either order.
You guys are stamping in at 4 and 5.
AJ, CD, or CD, AJ.
CD is at 4.
Okay.
AJ Brown is at 5.
Okay.
AJ Brown is at 5. Let me ask you guys this.
We nailed it.
Going into this season, would you rather have the Dallas Cowboys duo of CeeDee Lamb and Pickens or the Eagles duo of A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith?
Eagles.
Pickens
is all over the place.
I'm worried about the head case that Pickens is.
His variance is too high.
I'm taking Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I think Pickens is more of a closer to a number 1 than Devonta Smith is. What you guys are saying is real. But I think he's going to be in line this year because he's chasing the bag. And a lot of guys we see perform at their peak levels and usually kind of
you did a lot better shows when you were in your contract.
Exactly.
Year. I know that for a fact.
Exactly. I was locked in, baby. I was focused. I'm going to go with Pickens and CD. I'd take that duo. Both of them are going to be awesome.
All right, so we're good now.
Yeah, you guys are good,
One
man.
strike, and we got our top 5.
All right, let's just see if we can get 6 through 10.
Okay.
Amon-Ra somewhere.
I like Puka. You like Amon-Ra, and I agree.
Okay.
I would probably get in there somewhere.
When do we go with the LSU rookies from last year? Malik and Brian Thomas.
I would not put in Brian. Not just yet.
He was the number 3 receiver in the league last year.
Second half of his rookie year was amazing. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying if you're going to cement him as a top 10 over guys like Terry and Mike Evans, and I just don't think that's smart in our prediction. You may be right, and I'll give you praise for it, but I can't do it.
Okay.
I would put in Nico before I put in either one of them.
Yeah, the injury last year throws us off a little bit there.
I will say this, fellas. Brian Thomas Jr. not in the top 10.
Well, I can see that.
I've steered him off 2 that would have messed us up. Now, let's get back. Stay focused now.
Amon-Ra 6.
We're going to go. I'll co-sign Amon-Ra at 6.
I love it. You guys are cooking. Amon-Ra is the 6th best receiver in the league right now.
And this is where it gets really hard.
Now, here's the one that I want to ask you about.
Yep.
Can we put in Mike Evans, even with the hammy and being on the wrong side of 30? Would they still believe that he's a top 10 receiver in this league?
I would say yes.
1,000 yards, 11 straight damn years. How could they leave him off?
He's definitely top 10. I don't think he's next. I don't think he's at 7, but he's top 10.
Probably not next. I think Nico might be next. Or Puka.
So we're just going, you guys are guessing.
I actually like Puka.
You guys
in the
are
top 10.
Right. So you want to know if Puka's in?
Where are we? We have 5 or 6 done.
We got 7, 8, 9, 10 left.
We need 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
I got to think Puka's one of the 4.
Puka Nacua, not in the top 10
My
right
bad.
now.
I'll take strike 2 on that.
Okay.
I think that's a mistake. I'll contest that.
Mike Evans top 10, yes or no?
He is in. He is in at number 9.
I think I made amends there.
We got
because I
7, 8,
don't
and
know
10.
if he would have been in on your list.
What about our guy Drake London? We're both big fans of him.
No.
What?
That was a good what over there.
Ahead of McLaurin?
That was a Tyvus
Wait,
what.
ahead of Terry and Nico?
Nico Collins is going to be top 10.
Nico top 10.
He's number 8.
All
All right, 7 and 10.
How about Neighbors? I'm leaning to your side. I think Terry first, but
this is going to drive me crazy that
I'm going to go with Terry.
What? I was pretty close. Terry McLaurin, sure.
He likes Terry?
Terry McLaurin, not.
Oh, no.
Fellas.
Strike 3, we
in
lose.
the top 10.
Game over.
It's going to be Neighbors.
The remaining wide receivers on the top 10.
Let's see if we can guess.
You guys did a pretty good job. Real quick. Last 2. Who do you guys think it is?
We had Neighbors as one of them.
He is in at number 7. So you guys were on the right track
so
with
it's
that.
either T. Higgins or
Drake London or
Drake
Garrett
London.
Wilson?
Garrett could be in there. I'm not putting Drake in there. I don't think Brian's in there.
If it's Ladd McConkey, that's awesome.
No, it's not.
No
it's
way.
not. It's not.
That would be nuts. He was good last
Terry
year.
thing
That'd be
throws
crazy.
me off a little bit. I would say Garrett has a chance here. A big chance.
You stamping that?
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go Drake London.
Okay. AR gets a star.
It's Garrett?
For this call.
Oh, man.
Garrett Wilson rounds out the top 10 for the New York Jets. Real quick, the honorable mention receivers on this article. Terry McLaurin, Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas Jr., T. Higgins,
gotta be.
DK Metcalf, and Devontae Adams. You guys named a bunch of those guys. So,
No Devontae
well
Smith.
Done. No Devontae Smith. Well done out of you guys. Real quick, fellas, let me talk to you about the Columbus Men's Clinic. If you're feeling sluggish, tired, you don't go to the gym as much as you used to, it doesn't have to be that way. Low energy and performance issues are not inevitable. Solutions exist, and they exist at the Columbus Men's Clinic because there's no guesswork, there's no gimmicks, just real science and effective treatments. They have a tremendous program for you that will help you feel better right away. It's affordable and accessible. Consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. So get on it right now. Hop on over to columbusmensclinic.com or give them a call at 614-300-7400, or you can go over there and visit them like I did. Walk in, they'll get to you that day. columbusmensclinic.com is the place you need to be.
All right, B. Carp on deck here in 2 minutes. He wasn't the only big man on campus recently. We'll tell you who that was next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Common Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Timmy?
Yeah, we got a lot of fun things going on this month, like karaoke.
And crab legs.
No, not yet. Live bands. We've got food trucks in the outdoor valet area.
Crab legs.
Not yet. On select weekend days throughout the summer. Okay, now crab legs.
And all you can eat crab legs at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Join Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on us. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Oh, yeah, we love crab legs.
Time for crab legs?
Okay, crab legs.
The countdown is on. Save the date because Diamonds Direct's Designer Summer Sale kicks off this Monday, July 21st with 20% off the entire store. Engagement rings, diamond studs, fashion jewelry, and more. Want early access? Book your appointment now because the best pieces go fast. Don't miss the jewelry event of the season next week only at Diamonds Direct, and designer appearances July 25th through 27th. Top designers from New York and LA with their exclusive collections. Visit diamondsdirect.com to book your appointment and start saving.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony once ran the table on the World 9-Ball champion. Coincidentally, Maddie is out looking for a magic 8-ball. Signs point to this is Rothman and Ice.
And he's going to find that good 8-ball one of these days. We'll shake it up. All signs point to yes to having Bobby Carpenter on the show, as we do every Wednesday. You're not the only big man on campus, brother. What was Max Robert Crosby prowling around for? Did you get that info?
Well, I mean, Max, he's not looking for that magic 8-ball that Maddie's looking for now. He told me, he goes, listen, tell Maddie to head down to that little boat that Stephon Diggs was on around the bay. He was actually not pictured, Rothman, off screen. He may have been the one holding the camera. Who knows?
He likes running that camera, and I've taught him well. Just don't get seen in the mirror.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I want to, before we get into the Max Crosby bit, he was up in town for a wedding. I'll throw that in.
Okay.
You know, everybody wants to be a Buckeye, so he came through. You know, he does have a friend down there, Tommy Eichenberg, Mr. Thomas, I think made a call, got him in and got him some workout. And it was great because he was talking to C.J. Hicks, you know, and all the young guys about, you know, Kenyatta Jackson, just like different pass rush moves and going through some things. So very generous with his time. But, Rothman, today's a big day because I'm big in the birthdays, you know, today in history, and it's a lot of fun. And today, you know, we talk about running the table, a team that almost ran the table. One of their best players turned 63 today. A certain Gary Cole hit it.
That'll bring on Anderson.
Yeah, you see it and you go back, and I don't mean to second guess, but just kind of put, you know, the way the game is played. If Minnesota makes this field goal here now, you know, they get a 10-point lead. Had Atlanta on that fourth down kick the field goal, then this couldn't happen.
And Anderson hasn't missed in 2 years.
Thanks, Pat.
So that's a pretty good bet. If you say, do you think Gary Anderson will make this field goal? The answer should probably be yes.
39 yards away. And it's not good.
Oh, man.
You guys,
I had nothing to
friends like you, who needs enemies?
I swear, I knew nothing about
1998 NFC Championship game, the best offense in history. Gary had not missed a kick the entire season. He's got a 39-yarder on Sergeant Holker with the big indoors. We still had the lead, and we let him come down and tie it and lose in overtime. It is one of the most sickening outside of Favre, and Favre wasn't even.
Brett Favre.
There we go. Why are we doing? What is this? This is your life.
Intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It was intercepted by Tracy Porter. I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Oh man.
This guy was
happy birthday, Gary Rothman. I mean, Cole was a willing accomplice. You know, he said he would have it pop out when the time was right, and he was ready to go.
He wore number 1. He was not number 1 in my heart after that game. But thank you, fellas. I appreciate that very much.
We love you.
It just warms me inside of the greatest moments that it's actually my life, Bob. A season that might have been. I think it just sums up my entire life. You know what I do think, going back to Max Crosby real fast, and I think he's one of the better stories in pro football, only because Eastern Michigan, they were the only ones to offer him a scholarship. He came into this league as a 4th-round pick, and why do you think that I mean, this happens to a lot of guys, right? And you played with a lot of guys that maybe came in unheralded or whatever, but I mean, to have that kind of career he had, and for Eastern Michigan to be the only college football program to give him a scholarship and then turn himself into all MAC, and then the rest is history, is a pretty great story.
It really is. I called a couple of his games his junior and senior year up there. They call it the Factory, Rothman. It's got gray turf up there with the I think they're the Eagles now. But you could see the ability. Like, he's got a huge frame. It's like 6'5", long arms. And that's what I was talking to C.J. Hicks. I go, listen, the moves that work for Max aren't going to work for you. Like, you need to find guys like, and he was down at this pass rushing deal with Von Miller. I go, that's the better comp. But Max, when he got to Eastern Michigan, you could see he was long. But I think, not knowing his freshman year, I bet he was probably 6'5", about 215. And by the time he leaves, he's like 245. Well, now, he's like 250, 255. He's long, and he's mastered his craft. So few people realize, like, you can continue to get better, even in college, even in the NFL. And for a guy that's had, battled some stuff off the field, got his life together, got clean, lives in a city where that's a hard thing to do. Like, he has dedicated himself to the process. And I'm reading the book right now that they're reading Ohio State, Chop Wood and Carry Water. And like, that's all I could think about is like each day trying to get a little better, doing the same things over and over. And eventually, if you do that and you have ability, like, you're going to get to be pretty darn good. Just most people aren't willing to pay that price.
Yeah, that's real. That's good stuff right there, Bob. We were talking earlier about the Shamar Stewart situation and like the why from the Bengals side of things, like why they are digging in on this type of contract and the language within this contract. What's your understanding of what the front office is trying to do here with their first-round selection?
Prove a point. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of because there's nothing else logical. Like, they're trying to change language that they've had in before and now try to go back on a precedent. And, I mean, honestly, I heard Bo was talking about this morning, as I was escaping my silo, Maddie, and trying to get in somewhere else. And I listened to Bo, and he goes, the Shemar Stewart thing is interesting in and of itself, but really what's more interesting in this new era of NIL, like, what's to stop him from going back and playing at A&M again? Like, I mean, okay, he signed with an agent, he's made marketing dollars, but hey, hello, it's new college football. So I know that he went to the draft. All these guys sue and get extra years. He still had a year left, so I can just go back and use that year again. And the Bengals, if he's not signed by whatever date, like week 10 of the season, he re-enters the draft and they can't take him and they get no compensation for him. And there's a way to do things, a right way and a wrong way to run, your business. And I know we give it to give it to Rothman and jab him about being, the terrible GM, but like this is bad. Like, you're already in a deal with Trent Hendrickson. You've just paid 2 receivers. You have Joe Burrow. Like, now is not the time to draw these arbitrary lines on what we will and won't do because these guys now also, Maddie, they have money. It's not like before. Like, I'm guessing, Manny, he made 7 figures at A&M. So it's not like he's starving. I can sit out a year and I'll go to an organization that actually cares about, me and what we're going to do, as opposed to just trying to parcel out language in a contract.
I'm with you, my man. I like that, but I would ask you this. Would you risk that, not going back and playing in college, because now you're risking injury, but if he sits, let's say he played this big power play, and he's going to be the leader of the new generation. I'm going to, if I don't like it, I've got money, I can sit out. You think he'd be an auto first rounder a year later?
It's a good question. I think some of it depends, obviously, on who's out there to be drafted and how strong. Like, are there a lot of quarterbacks coming out? Because those guys are going to drive people down the draft board. What do the other defensive linemen look like? I don't think we know enough. So to say he would be an auto first rounder, I think would be a bit of a stretch. But it wasn't like he was taking 31st or 29th. I mean, he's 17, man. He's in the top half of the first round and smack dab, like right there in the middle, I guess. So I think that he would be, but there's a lot of variables. And the thing is, like, he's not asking for anything ridiculous. Like, it'd be one thing if, like, he's holding out and I want to jump the guy who's paid more than me, or paid more than me ahead of me. But, like, this is what it is. I think a lot of teams see the way the Bengals do business and just kind of roll their eyes.
Based off of what you saw from Al Golden last year, Bob, at Notre Dame, and how good their corners were and the man defense that they played, do you think that he can call that same type of defense in Cincinnati?
I think so. I mean, listen. If you're going to be aggressive, you've got to get there up front. So the Shemar Stewart situation might need him. Mr. Hendrickson, you might need him. Like, these guys that are not part of the pass rush, because, Matty, anybody will tell you, I was much better in coverage when DeMarcus Ware was in there rushing. If he was taking a play off, I was not quite as good, because then I'm like, and with DeMarcus in there, that ball's coming out on 3.5 every time. And so that matters if you're going to be aggressive and try to get after guys in the secondary. You need to be getting after them up front.
All right, I'll leave you with this. After Gary Anderson missed that kick and we lost 30-27, he was asked about
Robert Smith ran out of bounds.
He did head for the sidelines a few times, which was very unfortunate. He said 6 inches one way or the other makes a big difference. I'll just leave you with that. That's what Gary said after the game.
Al Pacino once said it's the 6 inches in front of your face.
That's right. So sometimes 6.5.
You tell me.
Buddy, love you, man. Thanks for making time for us as always. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
You know what? Happy birthday, Gary Rothman, and you enjoy this wonderful day.
Hey, real quick. I love the interview you did with Coach Bailey. Was Schlegel just so in the zone that it made Coach Bailey feel like off, or was there something going on for him that, like, maybe he was impeding on his turf? Like, that was a turf war, it felt like.
Well, so here's the thing. They get along really well. That's the first and only interview Schlegel has actually scheduled for us. And he goes, we should have Keenan. I go, then call him. And so he did. I go, I didn't have his number. And the workout story, I don't know if you heard it, is at the very end, where he came in and Keenan, like, he's a young dude, gets after and works out with the players and, like, his tight ends. And it's a small room, so you can kind of do that. And he pushes those guys. Well, like, Schlegel was new last year. He didn't know Keenan. He missed Keenan came like the year after Schlegel left. And so he was like, who is this guy? What is he? He didn't even know he was a coach, I don't think. He's like, who is this guy in here? Get out of here. He's like, no, work out with my dudes. He's like, no, you don't. Not in my racks. And Nick was like, hey, it's easy. He's one of us. He's not going to be a distraction. He will be helping you coach them, not like trying to throw them out of the club. It's like, you know how, I mean, he was full chest to chest. I was in there when it happened. It was amazing. Like, this is good stuff. I thought they were going to fight.
Urban Vrabel Part 2. Maybe.
Yes.
All right. I'm glad you cleared that up. That makes more sense now. Keep them out of it. Keep them out of Coach Schlegel's locker room. Of course.
Yeah, now they're buddies and they hug it out.
And they're stronger for it. All right, my man. Thanks a lot, bud. Talk to you soon.
Have a good one, guys.
The great Bobby Carpenter, Morning Juice, every morning on the stream and 10 TV Plus as well. We come back with the Buckeye Bulletin. Coach Diebler, sat with him yesterday. A lot of good stuff came out of it. What is the key for this team? You'll hear it next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
the only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Football in July, outstanding. And it's kicking off at the Pro Football Hall of Fame July 31st in Football Heaven in Canton, Ohio. And you can still grab tickets for the Hall of Fame game between the Lions and the Chargers. And then on August 2nd, 4 of the greatest of all time get immortalized in bronze at the Class of 25 enshrinement. And cap off the weekend Sunday with a concert for legends featuring Nickelback with special guest Mitchell Tenpenny. It's a gold jacket weekend. Visit ProFootballHof.com to learn more and get your tickets.
Bourbon. Cherry Valley Hotel will be hosting a bourbon event called Neat on Saturday, July 26th from 4 to 9 p.m. Explore 15 distilleries, including Woodford, Middle West, and Watershed, along with live music, a cigar bar, classes, and more. For more information, visit cherryvalleyhotel.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
When it comes to home improvement, you've probably asked yourself a few key questions. Is the salesperson trustworthy? Will the company follow through on their promises? And is the work going to be a lasting solution, not just a quick fix? At Newman Roofing, we get it. As a locally based, family-owned company, we know how hard it can be to find a contractor you can truly trust. For over 33 years, we've been providing homeowners across Central Ohio with reliable roofing solutions done right the first time. When you choose Newman Roofing, you'll be greeted by value-driven professionals in clean company vehicles and crisp uniforms who show up with a smile and take the time to answer your questions. Because for us, it's not just about the roof. It's about protecting your home, your family, and the trust you place in us. If you're thinking about your roof or siding, call the local company that puts integrity first, Newman Roofing. Call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports? Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. Great time at Ohio State yesterday. Sitting in on practice, talking to the fellas. they really feel like they have the pieces to the puzzle to at least break through. And what I mean by a breakthrough is get them back to the postseason, get them back in the tournament, and feel like then you're in one-and-done season again. Then you got the talent to maybe make a run and do something they haven't done in a while. The pressure's on. He knows it. Jake said to us yesterday, the standard's the standard. They know what it is. He knows. He's been around way too long.
Yeah.
And he's still a young coach. But when he got those core three guys, and that tells you about the financial commitment that they have right now in basketball. Bruce comes back. They have the young guys certainly sticking around with Royal and Judy Mobley. It's the pieces. And I'm pretty confident. I don't know what they're going to be, but I know he's not going to ask them to be something that they aren't. It feels like when you have that core, Matty, you can bring the pieces in around it to round it out and feel like you got something. They were suffering with lack of bigs, lack of boards, and now he feels not only does he have some bigs, he has some bigs with skill.
And then some experience as well to go along with it. I mean, this was a Buckeye basketball program last year that ranked 13th in the Big Ten in rebounds per game. That's just not going to cut it. Now you have the ability to bring more oomph to your starting five in your rotation with moving Devin Royal up to the small forward spot. And I know Coach Diebler talked to us about that yesterday, and he seemed encouraged and excited about that possibility with some of the big men that are now here in Columbus. And so, yeah, it feels to me like there's going to be some more optionality available for him. And that's a great thing to have as a coach going into different games and being able to identify matchups and say, this big may be able to do this big may be able to do that. But like you said, the roots of who you are and the success of this team is going to be driven by Judy Mobley, Bruce Thornton, and Devin Royal more times than not. And so those guys do their part, and you get some of these bigs and maybe some surprises as well that we're not talking about to really hop on a moving train and be successful in doing so. Then I won't be surprised if this program is dancing again.
It's going to be the key. I mean, I put some crazy pressure on Bruce right out of the gate. Hey, you got to average this amount of points to get the all-time record. But he was very open to knowing what he means to this team. But when you add Christoph Tilley as a proven big, and what he did at Santa Clara, do that here. I know it's Big Ten. There'll be a learning curve, but the role should be the same. And then Brandon Noel, who we talked about, and what he did at Wright State. Again, leveling up to the Big Ten and getting his feet on the ground there. Gabe Cupps, I mentioned this yesterday. You didn't bring him in to start for you. You didn't bring him in. You don't need 15 a game from him.
Who's your heater? Can he be the heater? Maybe coming off the bench. That spark plug in a 6th, 7th man type of role. Those are very valuable roles to have on a team. Is, you know, in those minutes where one of your star players is down and getting some rest, go ahead and light it up, big dog. Do
it's
your
a
thing.
Quality backup point guard. Be that guy. Make the right play. Make the smart play. The NIL I mentioned earlier about the commitment and the backing from the right people and where this basketball program is. Here's Coach Deebs on that.
Just look at the Big Ten. I anticipate this being the best the Big Ten has ever been, top to bottom. NIL certainly played a role in that. And, you know, the challenging part with NIL is there's some big differences from top to bottom in what teams have, even if you look in the Big Ten. And, you know, we're constantly fighting to keep driving towards the top of that, and that's an ever-evolving space. But, you know, I do think you look at our team, you look at teams across the league, this league is going to be so good, top to bottom, so good, and it's going to be old. And so we had a ton of really good freshmen in the league. Like Judy Mobley was one of the best freshmen in the league last year, you know, and wasn't even, you know, an all freshman team member, which I would disagree with, but, you know, it just goes to show the depth. Now I think you're going to see a lot of experience. You look at what Purdue returned, you look at what we've returned, UCLA returned a lot. You go down the league, there's a lot of experience coming back, and NIL's played a huge part of that.
So I think they have more minutes returning than anybody around. Like those three dudes with the minutes returning. And I do feel like he has to fight where's the commitment to the program, even though the commitment certainly sounds like it's there. But now you kind of know they mean business. Yeah. He's still going to have to go out and recruit like the biggest and best eventually, but it starts now. Full year 2,
Yeah.
This starts now and getting them back into that picture.
The beauty of the portal is the right now, as I call it, talent that you can get. And when you have guys that took a couple laps around the track or a lap around the track, or in Bruce's case, a few laps around the track, you want to pair that experience with other experience. That way it feels like you can get going quicker. And that's where we talked to Coach Diebler as well, and he feels good about their offseason and the groundwork that they've laid, maybe compared to where they were last year and being behind on things. He feels like they're on time, they're on schedule, and headed in the right direction. And so to me, that's a great thing, too. You pair that with what Judy Mobley told us about the chemistry of the squad and how everybody kind of kicks it with each other and they do a lot of things together. Those are the things I like hearing in the offseason, is that the guys really enjoy being around each other and enjoy putting in work together.
All right, here's the last one. Play this one for me, because I think that when I was asking about Bruce and is he still the guy in crunch time, he did talk about the depth and the options they have.
There's not a guy out there who I feel like, can't go in and help us in a Big Ten game. So that presents depth is a strength for us, and it's going to make for some competitive practices, And what we've been focused on this summer is competing, right, but also building a chemistry that will withstand the adversity we're going to face during the season. So there's been a natural, organic, kind of bond forming that's been really impressive.
That's what you want. They got to become a team, and it's tough in an NIL era because you're adding pieces all the time. Chemistry is going to be a key. We're here for it. Hopefully it'll happen for them. That's today's Buckeye Bulletin. When we come back, top of the hour. Third hour is going to be fun. Blue Jackets releasing their schedule. We'll be dancing over that with Bob McElligott, the great play-by-play man over there at CBJ. And up next, number one, and the meaning of sports. He's not Tiger. Is that okay? You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing, but from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get Eco.
ECO. Aaron, you know that complete HVAC system we sell for $12,000?
Yeah, it's for homes that are 1,600 square feet or less.
How big is 1,600 square feet?
3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Those homes are what America is made of.
Get Eco.
ECO. Other companies are charging $15,000 to $18,000 for that same system.
Yeah, I know.
And if your family doesn't need a new furnace, Eco will replace the AC component for just $8,500. Why are we doing this?
Nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, and school teachers live in those houses, Jerry.
The people that America is made of live in the houses that America is made of.
We're just doing what we can to restore balance to the universe, Jerry.
Get Eco.
ECO. When a person is doing well, they're making money. But when they're doing good, they're helping others.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
We're bringing balance to the universe.
Go to geteco.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall. Sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating. Not like me singing loudly in the shower frustrating. Real life aggravation. They might not return your call. The workmanship is sloppy. Maybe there's just general indifference about helping you. Frustrating sometimes doesn't even describe it. That's why I want to tell you about my new friends at Victor's Home Solutions. Victor's installs the highest quality roofs and windows you can buy, and they'll take those negative experiences you've had and turn them on their head. You'll experience prompt follow-up service, on-time appointments, and their teams are helpful, professional, and courteous. Their service and installation crews always go above and beyond because they know how much your home means to you. They offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install, and their windows come fully equipped with lifetime warranties. So call 1-866-VICTORS or go to victors.com. Get your free 21-point roof and window inspection. Experience their 5-star customer service and see why they have a 4.9 Google rating. Again, that's 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way, if that's our us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The Columbus Blue Jackets have released their full schedule for the 2025-26 season. They begin the season with a pair of games on the road, opening the season on October 9th in Nashville against the Predators. Then they'll head north to meet the Minnesota Wild on October 11th. The CBJ home opener at Nationwide Arena will be on October 13th against the New Jersey Devils. Last season, the Blue Jackets had 12 back-to-backs, while this season they will play in 15 back-to-backs. Opening night in the NHL season is on October 7th. In soccer tonight, the Columbus Crew head down to Nashville for a matchup with the Nashville SC. They get started tonight at 8:30. The Crew will be back at Lower.com Field on Saturday, taking on DC United. This one's sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
All right, final hour of the program. Bob McGilligan at 2:30. We'll go over the schedule, the back-to-backs, the first month of October, who they start against the CBJ, and whether they can get out of the gates and feel good about it. Kid just committed to West Virginia, Matty. Where is this on your all-name list?
Okay, yeah. What do you got?
Sir Paul Cheeks.
Come on.
Sir Paul, who's going to win? Liverpool.
All right. Sir Paul Cheeks, he's a running back.
Sir Paul Cheeks. There's a lot to unpack there. The first part is this Sir Paul. Where is he from? Do you have that information available for me? How did we get to Sir Paul?
I'm still mesmerized by the damn name.
Are you sure this is true, AR? Or is somebody messing around?
I could have gotten onion. I don't know.
Sir Paul Cheeks.
No, I've seen that
everywhere
on
out
social
there.
media.
He's from Virginia.
That's amazing.
Richmond. Sweet Cheeks.
He
5'9", $185, running back, committed, West Virginia. Had Kentucky, App State, Ball State, Buffalo.
I don't know if I could get him on first team all-name team with the likes of like a Kool-Aid, McKinstry, and those types, but it's not bad. Sir Paul Cheeks. You leaning more into the Cheeks part or the Sir Paul part?
It's a great question. The tough question at the press conference. I would say that the Sir Paul is incredibly interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
We've had Maurice Cheeks, famous 76er.
Yeah.
Like we've had
Sir Paul. I need to see some highlights of this dude. You're saying he's a running back?
I don't know.
Have you already said his nickname?
I already know I haven't, but I just read it.
Gotcha.
You have the nickname?
Yes.
Go ahead.
But keep him out. Can you repeat the schools that he had on the table? App State,
Buffalo, Kentucky, UK.
Okay. Those are the schools. His nickname is
Coastal Carolina.
Jesus and Cleats.
What are we doing?
App State, Buffalo, Coastal Carolina.
What are we doing, man?
Maybe
I need to find highlights of this man.
Listen, a lot of the times that I'm not saying perception is reality. He's got to be decent, but the name takes it over the top.
Sir Paul Cheeks.
I mean, he's been knighted by somebody, and I'm not sure. It's a great all-name team.
It really is.
Yeah, he's up there. They're getting good. All right. This is pretty interesting. You got the Open Championship coming this week. Royal Portrush, Northern Ireland. And Scotty Scheffler, who is, I would say almost, by far, he doesn't dominate every tournament. Nobody can. But
feels that way, doesn't it?
He played like average at the U.S. Open and could have still snuck in there if he putted a little better.
Right.
But we're going to hear a part of this interview. So
this is your first time hearing this, correct? So this is a live reaction.
That's right.
Me too.
So I'm just, in the headlines, I've been seeing a lot about this, that this will be the 5th Open Championship appearance of his career. And there's a lot of interest in whether he can get to the career Grand Slam and win the ones he hasn't won. And Open Championship golf is so different because it's not really target golf. Sometimes you got to judge distance a little differently. You got to run them up sometimes. It's just it's a whole different ball game. And that's why some of these bombers and people that, they have a tougher time kind of judging this thing. And we've had no names win the British Open. We have guys come out of nowhere. But this is a version of Scotty Scheffler we weren't expecting, other than he just does seem like more of a normal guy. As dominating as he's been, you're not getting Tiger vibes. You're not getting crazy fist pumps. You're not getting killer instinct. He's doing it the old-fashioned way with his clubs. He really is. Like, he doesn't come off as that guy.
He doesn't. They are, like, does he even have a commercial that runs on national TV? I don't think I've ever seen a Scotty Scheffler commercial. I'm sure there's probably a few that run on the Golf Channel. But I'm talking about ESPN, ABC, these major networks.
Not seen him in a Nike ad other than maybe after
he doesn't do many of those things. So to your point, he's just comfortable in his lane, going out there on the course, doing his thing, making a whole bunch of money, making his caddy a whole bunch of money, and going home. He doesn't seem to be a guy that cares about the spotlight and all the things that are at his fingertips and the power that he could throw around in the world of sports entertainment.
He's worth over $100 million just in golf alone, probably. He's got so much money. He's got that rollie you want, that endorsement. He's got a lot.
Got the bust down rollie.
And it just feels like he is about as normal. And I'll say this, I think we want, a lot of people do. I'm not really that into it, but a lot of people like the most dominant athlete wants to dominate. Like wants that, like that's the killer instinct. Like you expect the Jordans, the Tigers, you expect these guys to want to rip your heart out at the biggest moments.
And then step on it and then throw it in the trash, pull it out of the trash, spit on it, and then throw it back in the trash
Actually
again.
resuscitate it.
Okay,
then
Dan
kill
Campbell.
it. Yeah. All right, let's hear it. This is Scotty Scheffler. This is an opening press conference at the Open Championship where everyone's waiting to ask golf's specific questions about him and whether he can win this one. And it turned into basically the meaning of sports by Scotty Scheffler.
I think it's kind of funny. I think, I think I said something after the Byron this year about it feels like you work your whole life to celebrate winning a tournament for a few minutes. It only lasts a few minutes, that kind of euphoric feeling. And to win the Byron Nelson Championship at home, I literally worked my entire life to become good at golf, to have an opportunity to win that tournament. And you win it, you celebrate, get to hug my family, my sister's there. It's such an amazing moment. And then it's like, okay, now what are we going to eat for dinner? Life goes on. Is it great to be able to win tournaments and to accomplish the things I have in the game of golf? Yeah. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes just to think about, because it's literally worked my entire life to become good at the sport, and to have that kind of sense of accomplishment, I think is a pretty cool feeling. To get to live out your dreams is very special. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not out here to inspire the next generation of golfers. I'm not here to inspire somebody else to be the best player in the world, because what's the point? This is not a fulfilling life. It's fulfilling from the sense of accomplishment, but it's not fulfilling from a sense of the deepest places of your heart. There's a lot of people that make it to what they thought was going to fulfill them in life, and then you get there and all of a sudden you get to number one in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? And I really do believe that, because what is the point? You're like, why do I want to win this tournament so bad? That's something that I wrestle with on a daily basis. It's like showing up at the Masters every year. It's like, why do I want to win this golf tournament so badly? Why do I want to win the Open Championship so badly? I don't know, because if I win, it's going to be awesome for about 2 minutes. And then we're going to get to the next week, and it's going to be like, hey, you won 2 majors this year. How important is it for you to win the FedEx Cup playoffs? And it's just like, we're back here again, So we really do. We work so hard for such little moments. And, I'm kind of a sicko. I love putting in the work. I love being able to practice. I love getting out to live out my dreams. But at the end of the day, sometimes I just don't understand the point.
Wow. It's very honest. Wow.
A lot of people strive for the fame, the money, the records. He's in rare air. He's a guy that we look at, and once he started winning, we didn't say, will he win one? It's how many. And so the difference in hearing that and what I believed, and I don't know if I really believed, Tiger had Nicklaus's pictures on his wall. He was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger's Mount Rushmore. It's okay that Scheffler, I don't know if there's a follow-up there. Was his goal ever to win 18 majors? It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like his goal was to win more than 6 Masters.
It's interesting.
And beat Jack.
Right, because at the back end of that clip, AR, he talks about how much he enjoys the process and the work. He likes that part of it. I think big picture, the vibe that I got from him, it's like, okay, I'm also a dad too, right? And these other things that I have going on in my life hold a lot of weight, and I can completely understand that from a parent's perspective. And also, I think too, it's the lifestyle that golfers live. When you go out and win a tournament on a Sunday, you're turning right back around the next week and going to some tournament in Florida. You really don't have a lot of they do have an off season, but their schedule is so regimented week in and week out that your mind really can't really sit in what you were able to accomplish. So it was weird, because I kind of heard him saying 2 different things. I really don't understand what all this is about, but I love the process and the grind of what the game requires to get to the top of the mountain.
He's got there in money already. The money's not the chase anymore.
No.
The money's not going to change anyone's lifestyle of generations in his family. That's cemented if he plays it smart. So that's done. So whatever he dreamed of as a kid, and maybe he never dreamed of being wealthy. Maybe just dreamed of playing golf and doing it for a living, which he's done. The interesting part for me is that, and this is a reminder for everybody, I think we're in this era that there's such a finite period of time for you to enjoy things.
Yeah.
Nobody stays present enough anymore. I think that's his big problem, is that it's less fulfilling because it doesn't last. It's always on, well, now can he win this one? Mm-hmm. Okay, he won that one. Can he win another one? That's why I talk about being in rare air. This is not about a guy winning, being the best guy to never have a major, and can you break through and win one and then have a career. He's being judged against the greats. Mm-hmm. And even Rory's got 5. I think Spieth have 4. Are they tied? He might be tied. I'm thinking of other American guys. And that's where we see him now because he's dominating the sport. He's tied with Spieth. Spieth never won. Spieth doesn't have the PGA, so he doesn't have the Grand Slam. And we know now from Rory, there are only a handful of guys that have ever won the Grand Slam. Nicklaus and Woods and Ben Hogan and Gene Sarazen and, of course, Rory. Like, we're judging him against that, and it sounds like he's not dreaming of that stuff.
No, he doesn't view it that way.
He's already done what he needed to do. Everything else seems like gravy. Yeah. And now it's almost like he's like, I'm very lucky, I'm very blessed. But the follow-up here is, are you chasing records? It doesn't sound like he is. Oh. And I don't think he feels his career would be unfulfilled if he doesn't win a British Open or a U.S. Open. Now, I wonder if the U.S. Open would be different. I think for a guy of his caliber, if he doesn't win the U.S. Open, there's something different. When I would get the gong ready, when I was doing the one-on-one with Nicklaus a while back.
That is crib.
Well, that was years and years ago. I'm just talking about the one.
Give me a double. Years and years ago. There we go.
He said, well, the only reason I bring it up was that Caddyshack thing. Yeah. And he said if he didn't win at St. Andrews, the home of golf, he would have felt that his career was unfulfilled. Yeah. I don't think there's anything. Like, if you're in that press conference, you got to ask Scheffler, if you don't win a U.S. Open, will there be an empty feeling?
You're probably onto something because you talk to a lot of athletes. You can hear athletes just anywhere talk about, like, Hall of Fame guys. Think about some of those losses that they've gone through and just how those moments haunt them. You've got resumes that are the best of the best.
Look at Rory at the Masters. If he never would have won that.
That would have followed him forever in his mind. There's no doubt in my mind he would have felt that way. So I love that Scotty Scheffler was that honest about how he feels about it, because I don't think there's a lot of athletes that would be that clear about that and the success and the winning and what they're driven by and how much they enjoy it. Because
he's upset that he works this hard and he's not truly enjoying it for long enough.
And part of that's on him, right? Because he doesn't have to play in all of these tournaments. You don't have to, right, if you're Scotty Scheffler. So he could allow some periods of time to go by to say, I've done this. Let me enjoy this with my family and enjoy what I've been able to do out there on the course. But he's just going out there and grinding, and he's the best at doing it right now. But he doesn't feel like he's one of those guys that's driven by solely winning and winning only all the time.
There was a quote, and I just found this in his thing, and at the end of this, he didn't know whether he was making sense or not. I think he was making perfect sense. I think it's odd for us all to hear this, that this isn't exactly, because like I said, I think he was dominating so much early that we felt like he could chase down Mickelson and obviously Tiger, like that would be the line. Yeah. But it's pretty amazing. I'll give you the quote when we come back. And also, the unsigned star, what's happening? Rothman Ice and the Fans.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
You found the one, now find the ring. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. On July 25th and 26th, Wedding Weekend is back with event-exclusive pricing for 2 days only. Celebrate with buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. It's the perfect time to upgrade, personalize, or say yes for the first time. Join us July 25th and 26th on Selma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safe Flight, Bob's Discount Furniture, and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center July 31st through August 2nd. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2025 to purchase your tickets today.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer? It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement, $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well-qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card below 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Join Timmy Hall for Buckeye Replay Saturday at 1. All the classic games in Ohio State football history.
Sponsored by Weber Grills.
This week, Ohio State and Alabama in the 2015 Sugar Bowl. Your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms today, some which could be stronger with gusty winds and heavy downpours. Afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s, and that mugginess is on high alert. For tonight, chances of showers and storms taper off overnight with our lows down into the 70s. And for Thursday, very similar afternoon chances of showers and thunderstorms, some that could have heavy downpours and gusty winds, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman Ice present Free Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Ice, a little Bet365 turn.
Let's get into it, big dog, because at Bet365, we don't do ordinary. Bet365 is the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians back in action on Friday, taking on the Athletics, and then a home series follows that as well with the Baltimore Orioles.
All right, little long shots. Give me some semi-sleepers at the Open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a pick 3 on some semi-sleepers. Maybe not deep sleepers. Where are you on Matt Fitzpatrick? He's not been great at the Open, but I love him. He was great at the PGA. He's got a couple recent top 10s. I look for him this week. Where's Matt Fitzpatrick?
AR, I have Matty Fitzpatrick at 35-1.
All right, put me down for him. Mm-hmm. How about a Sammy Burns?
Okay.
Had a pretty good summer so far.
Sam Burns coming in at 66-1.
All right, put me down for him. Where is Adam Scott?
He is right behind Sam Burns at 70-1. So a little bit more juice on that.
And then I'm going to take a page out of your book because he's been so damn good. especially over there, because he's got, I think, 3 top 13s on his British resume, and he finished 3rd at the U.S. Open. Where's Captain Vic Hovland?
I got Vic at 28-1.
Okay. I think that's all. I think those are all good value plays.
I'm with you. For those that are interested up top, no surprise, Scotty Scheffler, your favorite at plus 500. Rory McIlroy right behind him at plus 700. And then you got John Rahm at 11-1, followed by the X-Man Xander Schauffele at 20-1. TLC, I know, is voting for Scotty Scheffler at plus 500.
You can get an enhanced boost on him right now at Bet365 and get him at 6-1.
They got some really cool bet boost over there. The enhanced wins. You can combine some of these things and get some real good juice. So check it out over at Bet365, their website, and download the Bet365 app today. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. You must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Offer subject to meeting qualifying criteria.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
All right, just to kind of put a bow on the Scotty Scheffler. And listen, there's a possibility this is as genuine as it comes, and then there's also a possibility that he learned he plays his best golf when he doesn't put pressure on himself and doesn't talk about the records and all that, that he does want to just kind of go through this and take it as it comes. So here's the quote. So last summer before the Paris Olympics, he was asked about the possible significance of winning a gold medal and kind of carving out a place in the sport for himself. He responded by shrugging and giving the least Olympic answer imaginable. It's the Olympics, too.
This flag thing going on?
It was close. He said, and this goes to the records part.
Yeah.
I don't focus much on legacy. I don't look too far into the future. Ultimately, will be forgotten. I kind of disagree with that.
It's kind of like, remember the Kyle Shanahan quote from last year? Like, I don't even know if we're all going to be here on Sunday. All right, Kyle.
I mean, there's so most of the American golfers dominate major titles in history. Like, this is our deal. This is our deal. No cars went missing, Maddie. I'm the executive sales manager here. Movie? Anybody? They've never done this before. Knock $100 off that True Coat.
I'm late. I know. I couldn't find it.
This flag thing that's going
on. What is the movie, by the way?
Fargo. The movie.
The first season, real quick?
Not TV. The movie.
TV series, season 1 was great. I heard you told me that the following seasons were pretty good, right?
Okay. Sometimes a little confusing. The one with Jodie Foster wasn't bad.
Okay.
Tough to figure out, but good. So listen to this. Nicklaus, Tiger, Hogan, Watson, Sarazen, Bobby Jones, Sam Snead, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, Phil Mickelson. Yeah. This is who you're chasing.
I know. Hey, and listen.
And if he doesn't want it, I don't want it for him. It's fine. But I'm a little shocked to think that at the end of the day, there's a reason I'm still talking about Jack, because he's the best.
Yeah.
And there's a reason I still talk. Tom Watson hasn't played professionally since, well, I'm not talking about senior stuff, but on the tour since what, 83? Like, there's a reason we're talking about these guys. If he could get to Arnold Palmer status and win 7, that has to mean something, and he won't be forgotten in this sport.
Those guys are not in his league.
Well timed.
What is that from?
That's Nicklaus when Scheffler won this year at Memorial.
Play that again.
That's Jack Nicklaus talking about how
Ben Griffin and other,
how Scheffler's victories aren't as important as his own because his competition was worse.
Those guys are not in his league.
Is that what he said?
No. I thought he was talking about when he's competing at the end in a final round with guys like Ben Griffin and guys that haven't had a much of majors, that in his mind he knew not to take. Those guys are fine players, but he viewed it as if I was in a final round against guys that I know I'm better than, then I don't have to take ridiculous chances. He wasn't talking about himself.
You're right. He's saying, if you're in a tie game, it matters who you're going up against, because if you know that they're not very good, who cares? You're winning anyway.
I got you. You know who gives off similar vibes, real quick, AR, to Scotty Scheffler? Is Kevin Durant. KD's the same way. He always talks about, I just want to play basketball and go home and play video games. And KD is one of the all-timers, and he has a little bit of that energy, too. He's not caught up in the, hey, where do I finish in the top 5, top 10, and all-time points and all that. He said so many times, I'm just here to hoop and just enjoy it. Kevin Durant.
See, that's weird because he's the first guy to pick up the burner Twitter.
Oh, he'll get after some people, but as far as how he views his year in and year out grind of playing basketball, he said he's not really thinking about those. So there are guys like that are viewed as elites in what they do that aren't caught up in the legacy conversation like we are on the outside looking in.
Jack was talking about when he was battling Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor down the stretch at Memorial, that he knew those guys. Nicholas was saying it for him.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't in his league, even though they're all on the same tour.
There's levels to this.
And that's what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about himself.
Right. Not talking about himself like you were referencing. Coach Diebler knew who you were.
Okay, that is not the case.
You did walk up to Jake Diebler and say, my name's Anthony Rothman.
I think he was aware. You guys realize that we had talked a month before.
We love it.
And by the way, it's not a gong if you're actually talking to the person. It's more of a gong if you're talking about that you did something in the past.
It's the flex gone. You can say a lot of things.
Okay.
It's the flex gone.
Like I said, you've earned the right to flex.
Well, so is Bob McGilligan. He'll be flexing next. CBJ and their schedule. We'll dissect it in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
The countdown is on. Save the date because Diamonds Direct's Designer Summer Sale kicks off this Monday, July 21st with 20% off the entire store. Engagement rings, diamond studs, fashion jewelry, and more. Want early access? Book your appointment now because the best pieces go fast. Don't miss the jewelry event of the season next week only at Diamonds Direct and designer appearances July 25th through 27th. Top designers from New York and LA with their exclusive collections. Visit diamondsdirect.com to book your appointment and start saving.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Get cash for clunkers during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HR-V two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Matty was a big Browns fan. Scratch that, we mean he's a big fan of the former Browns. Oh, yeah? The Baltimore Ravens. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, checking out the CBJ schedule here. Efforting Bobby Mack. October out of the gate, they start 2 on the road, Nashville and Minnesota. I was looking at, first of all, we all know they got to be better on the road. Here's a couple things. This is, you want to solve the Jackets in about 5 checkpoints?
Can I guess 2 of them? Well, you gave me 1.
Go ahead.
Goaltending.
Get a little better goaltending.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Be as good as you were 5-on-5. Find a way to be better at special teams, probably top 20 in both, power play and penalty kill.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're right there.
Right there.
You are 2 points out. And you won 6 in a row to end the year. You put pressure on everybody. Yeah. But now the emotion of that season is gone. Mm-hmm. That season was wrapped up in Johnny, rightfully so. This year, while never to be forgotten. Yeah. It's a different emotion. You've added some pieces. You've added a little depth. You've made sure that your blue line, at least from a floor standpoint, by bringing back Provorov to that massive deal, at least you didn't regress, and you couldn't that way. And then you got to find out if you got enough goaltending, if Jet lights a fire under Elvis, if Elvis kind of has that resurge. Every time we've heard Coach Dean or Don Waddell talk about it, he won more games for us than he lost. Okay? That's good. Now the consistency has to rise. He can't, no more guessing. Like, he's got to be more consistent, and he's got to stay healthy. Or Jet, go steal it. Something's got to happen there. But this is a scary team 5-on-5. They can score. The kids are growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way this team, now, all seasons aren't created equally. We have no idea what the other teams are going to be. But these back-to-backs, where they went 2-10 on back-to-backs, and now they got, 15 of them? 15 of them this year?
Yeah.
And 8 of them are on the road. So it becomes getting out of the gate properly. And you've got, listen, Tampa's going to be here on a Saturday night in mid-October. You're going to Dallas. You get Washington at home. Take care of the Pens on the road. Proven you can do that now. At Buffalo, fine. Toronto, scary here. But you're getting those games. You get the Avs at home. They're going to open with the Devils on a Monday night. These are all teams that were above them in the standings. However, I like seeing the Devils and the Avs and the Lightning and the Caps and the Leafs all here in October. That place is a tough place. They've earned that reputation.
Yeah.
They got to be better on the road, better in their special teams. Goaltending gets lifted, same attitude and all of that, and same hunger. And all of a sudden, you should be sniffing the playoffs.
We talked about it all season last year. They left Nationwide, they left their own barn, and it was an uphill climb. I mean, they had a record on the road of 14-23-4. 14-23-4 away from Nationwide. But the opposite of that, they had the third best home record in the Metro Division, right behind Washington and Carolina. Carolina 31-9-1 at home. Washington 26-9-6 at home, and then the CBJ 26-10-5 at Nationwide. So that's good stuff, right? You're cleaning up there. A big thing for me that I'm excited about outside of the goaltending situation, because for me that's the elephant in the room, and if that gets shored up, then we're really talking about a franchise turning a corner and heading in the right direction. But the ascent of a guy like Adam Fantilli, and you see him really figure it out last year. There's star potential there. There's star stuff in him to really be, I think, a top dog around the sport. And so the excitement of not only Fantilli, but the young guys that are on the way, or the young guys that are already here that popped off in a good way a little bit last year, that's what brings me a lot of excitement, because then you start talking about this franchise having a runway with pillars to build around, and then as a front office, you can make sometimes some of those timely veteran moves, which they have over the last couple of years, but maybe you get even more aggressive in certain areas of free agency or whatever it may be, because you know your guys are ready. So for me, it's going to be another year of that. Is Marchenko, can we run it back at that high of a level, the way that you played a year ago? That stuff continues into next year. Then you're talking about a franchise that, to me, is headed where they needed to be.
Listen, Maddie, there's a lot of hype. There is. And we've mentioned it before. You can play great and lose. You can play crappy and win. Hockey is that way. But as far as being better on the road and finding a way to balance this season out a little better, I like their schedule as far as the home out of the gate. It seems a little more manageable than last year, for sure. But make no mistake, these are all teams that were in it last year. It feels like a lot of them. And so that's going to be fun to watch, to see how they come out of the gate. The other thing is they've got a full camp, full systems in place with Coach Dean. He got thrown into the fire last year, and hopefully the 25th season will be a big one. They'll play every team, both home and away. They play the Metro 26 times. They get each Western Conference team twice, and the trips look doable for sure.
Yeah, I'm big on, in whatever sport we're talking about, when you go to the next season, what you have in place. And meaning like the chemistry that's already there from the top down, right? From the front office and the GM and the decision makers and all of those guys pairing with the head coach and the coaching staff, and those two departments of the franchise sharing the same vision. Seems like the Jackets have checked those boxes in this offseason, but then it's also the players themselves and not looking around and feeling like, oh my God, we got a brand new team from top to bottom. Doesn't feel that way. I don't think that's what's going to happen going into this season. So when you talk about building something, and that's what the Jackets have been trying to do the last few years, they're in the process of that. So that brings me encouragement, is that it just seems like with the big Don, Coach Dean, the captains of this team, and Zach and Boone, and then the young guys and Kent and obviously Fantilli, that they're doing this the right way. Now, we want to get there sooner rather than later, but sometimes these things take time, but you never know based off of the ascent of some of these guys. Like last year, we may be talking about a team that can find themselves in the postseason because they were scratching and clawing throughout this year.
So let me kind of just summarize this for you. So the regular season takes their break in early to mid-Feb. So a lot of the guys are going to Italy for the Olympic Games. So here's some of the home schedule highlights. Gave you the home opener against the Devils. So late October and late November, they'll get the Leafs. So you can get Austin Matthews, and you're going to get the history of Toronto there. October 29th, November 26th. Mid-November, you get Edmonton. So you're going to get, let me get that date for you.
November 13th
at home. And I think there'll be a home and away with Edmonton earlier in the month. So you're going to get Edmonton. You get Connor McDavid. You get Draisaitl. You get the finalists from the Cup.
Yep.
You get the Rangers, so you're going to get Panarin. You're going to get the bread man and all that. Metro Division, all that good stuff. In November, you'll get them again in March. You will get the Penguins, of course, with Sid and Malkin. You get the rivals. November 28th and January 4th. So that'll be home on a Friday night. You'll get the Penguins on a Friday night. What was the other date I said they were coming in, Matty?
The Penguins AR will be back
January 4th.
Yep,
they'll be back.
It's a Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
These are all right. Sunday. Red Wings December. Vegas mid-December. Eichel, Marner, 23 champs. You get Coach Dino's former Minnesota Wild December 18th. New Year's Eve. Devils. You got that on your schedule, Matty? New Year's Eve at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Eve. Yes.
Okay. February, mid-Feb. Let's get a date on the Hawks. They always seem to come over here.
February 4th. That's a Wednesday night against
All right, that's
Chi-Town.
better. It's not into a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So you make the Chi-Towners stay overnight and spend some cash. You get, and then you get the champs, Florida.
Thursday, March 5th. You will see them before that on the road, December 6th, which is a Saturday night.
All right. So you're home. So some of your home highlights, a couple times with Toronto, Oilers, usual suspects, Rangers, Penguins, Knights mid-December, Hawks early February.
Yep.
And then Panthers Cup champs in March.
Let's go.
So that'll sum it up for you. All right. You should be energized for those games. If you're not energized, feeling tired, can't focus, no energy to get off the couch, it's not living. Affects all aspects of your life, relationships, job, all that. Want to hang out with the kids, all that. So picture this, getting your life back, feeling your best with testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. Easy time. Never been a better time. The test is still free. Time is running out on that. I want you to get in now before you miss the chance. Most major insurance is accepted. The treatment cost would then be minimal. But the important part is to get in there and give you the power to take control of your health. They have custom dose TRT. You'll have the freedom to choose between the in-center care or medically monitored treatment with the therapy delivered right to your home. You want to tell your friends to get started on TRT, you'll get $250 credit for you and your referral to become patients. So get it now. Book an appointment now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com. Get in there and get it done. Tell the truth next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, is that knee, shoulder, hip, that pain in any of your joints not getting better? You're stuck in this cycle where you keep going back to the doctor. They recommend steroid shots. Maybe they recommend surgery. rehab, and all of those things are not working for you. Before you go down the road of the surgery, you'll want to listen to this. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I want to tell you something that helped me a ton, and it'll help a lot of other people get their lives back as well. And this is no more meds and not going under the knife. I'm talking about my friends at QC Kinetics, Real Regenerative Medicine. They help your body heal itself. After years of playing professional football, I was beat up. My dad was beat up. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to have any more surgery. So I went to my friends at QC Kinetics, and they took a look at it, and they said, hey, we can help you with your knee. It's not going to be an overnight fix, but they've got protocols and procedures to help get you well without going under the knife. So here's what you do. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.44%, APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know their co-founders are Ohio natives? Well, you should. Window Nation has been replacing windows in the Columbus region for over 15 years. Not only does Window Nation know what windows work best for Ohio homeowners like you, they're also local to the area. And right now, you can take advantage of Window Nation's biggest sale of the year. Remember this number, 50% off. All window styles, all from Window Nation. 50% off plus zero interest for 5 whole years. Yeah, I said that. 5 whole years, 2030. No interest on the windows from Window Nation. Plus, they'll install your new windows in 1 day or less. Get the windows you want for 50% off plus no interest until 2030. What are you waiting for? Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com today to get your free quote on replacement windows. Again, I can't stress this enough. You do not want to miss out on this deal. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. And tell them T-Bone sent you.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org before July 20 to save.
Want to know anything about the fans contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Get 50% off all window styles, plus no interest until 2030. Visit windownation.com now.
All right, TLC, take us home, my man.
All righty, here's an interesting one right off the bat. So we know that FS1 has been canceling a lot of their programming, like over half of it, in terms of the daily talk shows. They're keeping Colin Cowherd's show and Nick Wright's show, but around that, basically everything's gone.
So the facility was LaShawn McCoy, Emmanuel Ocho, Joy Taylor, that gang.
Yep.
That's done. Okay.
Emmanuel Ocho's show is gone. Craig Carton's show is gone. Joy Taylor's show is gone. And so they got a lot of time to fill. So what are you going to put on it? Well, Here's an interesting one from Front Office Sports, as I'm sure that many outlets are putting out now. Fox Sports is nearing an expansive deal with Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy that would include him appearing on Big Noon Kickoff. The deal would also include Barstool content being featured on FS1. So, I don't know what all that would entail in terms of what his role on Big Noon Kickoff would be. I know that Barstool does have their own show for game day Saturdays. I don't know what they call it, but
interesting. It won't do much for me. I understand Barstool, they've built something really strong. Portnoy, respect him for building what he's built. I don't know, AR, when you talk everyday programming, how you plug that in. I know they've got some different podcasts under the Barstool umbrella with some former athletes, maybe even current athletes around the world of sports. Maybe that will sell and be appealing to some people. I don't know. But, yeah, it's a big gap to fill, that's for sure, for FS1 because they tried to hand the keys to a lot of those former athletes and it obviously didn't go too well.
Yeah, this is nothing new. They feel that they're very popular in the young demographic, and that's what everybody's going for. 18 to 34, that's what they want. Mm-hmm. And McAfee used to be there, right?
Yep.
And so I think this is where we are. As much as it doesn't feel like anything that is must-see TV, I understand that everybody's looking for an edge. And Big Noon going head-to-head against College Game Day and signing on Portnoy to compete with McAfee, that's how I read this. Okay. That they need some sort of a combatant, even though I think Fox has made their case on being a little more analytical versus the featurey side of Game Day. Game Day is very appealing. There are a lot of features. They go in depth on features. Mm-hmm. They have fun. They move their guys off the table, off the set. I know Fox does that too with telestrating and stuff like that. But if I was trying to read this, it feels like this is a direct opponent of what McAfee's bringing to Game Day.
WNBC.
The fan poll today, will you be waking up earlier than you normally do on either Thursday or Friday to watch the Open Championship? One person I know is a no. The other, perhaps.
Yeah, I saw Scotty's tee timer tomorrow, and I think it's at like 5:08 a.m. Like, there's no way. Like, I'll catch the replay, AR, but I don't know if I'm not getting up for that. That's too much of a grind for me. You're the golf head here. Are you going to be doing that?
No. Yeah. I have a hard time even getting up sometimes to watch, which I like to watch, which is the ceremonial tee shot at the Masters.
Yeah.
With Nicklaus and Gary and Watson. Like, I really enjoy that. And even that I can wait to kind of
You don't even
relive
like
it later.
9:30 kicks for the NFL games when they go across the pond. You ain't doing this.
Because what they've done is they've made me feel like I have no minutes to myself at all. And I know it's my choice. They're not making me watch, but they're so strong I feel compelled to watch. If there's fantasy implication, of course, I'm interested.
We'll change on the line, too.
There's something there.
You know?
But now I do like when the British Open on Sunday, where it's over by, 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. I like that. And then you can go out and play golf afterward. But
lucky for you, AR, your Vikings are going weeks 4 and 5. 9:30 a.m.
Steelers
kickoffs.
and Brownies, right?
There you go.
I really need to go. It's getting late.
It's getting late early.
Yeah, for that plan.
You're mid-July, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Do you anticipate an early retirement from Scotty Scheffler within the next few years? After his comments that we played at the top of the 2 o'clock hour.
It's not a bad question. I think it's something we have to think about when you hear the tone of what he was saying, more importantly than the tone, what exactly he said. I'm trying to put myself in, a couple years from now, if we hear that Scotty Scheffler walks away from the game, will I be surprised after hearing that? No. Like, it's not going to be like when Andrew Luck retired. And I remember where I was, and I could not believe what I was reading at the time. After hearing Scotty break down how he views legacy and the importance of winning and enjoying the winning, like, he may just be like, I'm done. Like you said, AR, earlier, it's not about the money. And if he's not worried about the money or legacy, then you can walk away and feel good about what you did.
His body isn't failing him. I don't see it. I can't imagine that he would bail before the age of 40. I think if you're doing an over-under, he's, how old is he, 29? Just turned 29. I'd probably put the over-under at 37.5. I feel like he's got it. He may not say it, but if he could join that Grand Slam list, guys that have won every one,
company, yeah.
That's the one to go for. It doesn't have to be 15 to Ty Tiger. It doesn't have to be 18 for Jack. I just feel like to be the most complete, to try to win every one of them. It's kind of like a tennis player trying to win on all the surfaces, improve.
Yeah.
And I think that, the most underrated guy in that category for me in tennis was Andre Agassi. I don't think he gets talked about enough. And the fact he could do all that. So I'm going to put the over-under on, 37.5. Yeah. And he'll probably get close to that. I do not see this all of a sudden being a precursor to I'm done in a couple of years.
To get some milk and cookies.
That's okay.
That's amazing.
My favorite drop you've ever created right there. So milk and cookies.
Yeah, play that again.
That's awesome.
To get some milk and cookies.
Hey, before we go, if you miss anything from our show, you can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. Jeff Rimmer joins the program at 5:30 to talk about the CBJ schedule. Wow.
All right. Have a great afternoon. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
It's the summer event at Germain Honda of Dublin, and Rich has unbeatable offers. Lease a sleek 2025 Honda Accord LX for as low as $329 a month, or finance it with 3.99% APR. Or upgrade to Adventure with a 25 Honda Pilot Sport all-wheel drive. Leases starting at $429 per month or 4.49% APR. Drive into summer with style, comfort, and confidence. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for details.
Nationwide Picnic with the Pops presents Journey's music as you've never heard it before. The Columbus Symphony performs Winborn's The Music of Journey. Vocalist Justin Sargent, both a full rock band and orchestra, capture Journey's timeless music. Saturday, July 19th at the Columbus Commons. The Columbus Symphony performs Winborn's The Music of Journey. Get tickets now at picnicwiththepops.com or at the Kappa Ticket Center.
Did you know dropping your first 25 pounds with a Wicked 180 adds 6 to 8 yards to every shot? Even better scores every 5 pounds after that. Look it up. Freedom from excess fat is measurable. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And for a limited time, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now at Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.44%, APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, look, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You know what I love the most about your store?
What's that, common man?
The way you treat people. You get to know your customers. That's why they keep coming back. No sleazeballs around. Just good, clean boys and girls selling jewelry.
Stop in and see the difference for yourself.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. It's where Columbus gets engaged. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Friday, July 25th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 25th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health